What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I'm Lady Di. It's my husband James. Thanks for being here. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button and also like this video, even though you haven't even seen what it was about. I mean, you don't even know us. Some of y'all don't even know us, but it's cool. I'm glad you're here. You can also share this live stream too. We're going to talk about things that have been trending lately, especially, the latest news of Wild 'N Out star Jacky O. For the ones who do watch Wild 'N Out, we, faithfully watch Wild 'N Out. It's very funny. But it's just a really sad story. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to get into Derrick Jaxn and his ex-wife. I don't even think it's final yet.
Yeah, and it's just kind of crazy story, right? So we kind of want to touch on as a married couple, kind of hit on key points so people can watch out for it, because a lot of times a lot of people make the same mistakes over and over again, and they put themselves in bad situations, right? So we trying to prevent that. We trying to have people win, and enjoy life, right? So we as people, man, we got to do better when it comes to relationships.
So. Yeah, so we're just gonna give you all the hidden gems that people don't talk about. We keep it real on this channel, all right? Me and my husband James, we're very genuine. How you see us now is how we actually are. We actually talk about this on a daily basis, honestly.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna bring it to light, let you guys see how it is in our world, and then share different insights. Because some people are on here and they give wonderful insight. So we're here to share and try to make the community better than what it is. So let's get into the comments. All right, we have Christopher Sterling.
Hey,
he said
up,
this. That is crazy.
You talking about the
probably talking about the thumbnail period. What's up? How are you?
What's up? Oh, Frenchie, man. What's up, man? 757 in the building. What's up, bro?
Yes, I seen you defending me on the one of the Lapeep comments. Somebody always trying to come for me. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Just Rules, one of our members. Thank you so much for being a member and always supporting.
Oh, appreciate that, brothers. What's up, D?
Hey, D. I see you changed your look. I'm on the thumbnails now. I'm in the profile now. Yeah. I see you changed your profile. What's up? How are you?
Yeah, man.
All right, so
hey, we got somebody new in the building. They said greetings all from LA. That's what's up. What's going on?
I'm sorry. Oh, same person.
Yeah,
hi.
Hey.
Naylor. Wow, I never heard of that name.
Yeah, I like that name. That's different.
It's different.
Naylor. Yeah.
All the way from LA. What's up?
Okay. From Los Angeles. We used to live out there. Okay.
Subscribe. You've seen our shorts.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. We going hard on them shorts. Trying. Yeah, man.
All right, so we're gonna play some shorts today just to give some insight, because you see us reacting to them, but we don't have. It's only 60 seconds. We don't got time to sit here and actually tell you guys what we think of it. So we're gonna go through that shortly. All right. So all right, let's get into it. You want to get into it now, or you want to talk a little bit more?
No, let's get.
Matter of fact, talk a little bit more.
No. All right, man. Oh, he said y'all glowing. Appreciate that, man. We got a new camera, man. So now, what I mean? Appreciate y'all support, man. A lot of what y'all do and supporting us, we want to upgrade the experience as well, so we can kind of, do it. Y'all see I added shelves in the back. I did those myself, So y'all go to some of my old live stream. We've been adding small things here and there, right? So just to make y'all experience better, man, because we appreciate y'all just like y'all appreciate us.
Right. So let's get into the reactions. All right. Let's see. Where are we?
This right here.
This one?
No.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna get into it.
You love your little.
Oh, the one that be getting
I feel like people.
Let me talk. Damn! I've been trying to talk for 10 damn minutes. Shut up! Don't say shit else about nothing.
Yo.
Whoever's seen that, y'all probably was like, what the hell? It was funny. We was dying. We're gonna let y'all see how we actually record them one of these days. Because we after that, we be on the floor. You should hear us. Even though it was a joke, but it's actually pretty accurate. Because I do that.
Yeah. I'll be like, damn, baby, let's let me finish. Because a lot of times as guys, right? We be trying to just kind of get it out. You know what I'm saying? We be trying to be methodical with it because we want to hurt feelings. We don't want to do all this.
Whatever. You don't want to hurt feelings.
Hey, for real, because if we say exactly what we really felt, most guys, we hurt a lot of women's feelings, but we don't want to do that, right? We want to actually be nice and happy and try to be all sweet, but they don't want to let us get it out.
So tell me how you really feel on the live, because we got people watching. Let's see if you do it. Tell me how you really feel when I catch you.
That should be pissing me off. I be heated. Sometimes, not all the time. Whatever, because it'd be like, because some of the conversations we be having, we don't have to have, because if she misconstrued what I said or confused what I said,
or maybe you didn't
I'm
say
just
it
trying
right.
to, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying now? You know, I should cut me up, but
maybe you didn't say it right.
But see, when you try to finish it, right, you know, and it's just trying to get your whole point across, because sometimes stuff get missed in translation because you're just trying to like work them up to where you think at, right? Because a lot of times guys just say the point, but they don't work the women up. So when you try to work them up to what you about to say, they like, no.
But y'all don't be speaking female, so.
Because we ain't no female.
So then, nah, but for real, you know, it's funny until it's not. But at the same time, you know, we actually go through these things, you know, often. We've been together for 10 years and we learned a lot about each other to where they're not arguments anymore. You know, they're more like we don't, you know, understand what each other is saying, but not all the time. It's just sometimes, because I am a female woman. He is a male man, right? So
male man,
right? So sometimes I understand y'all guys. Like, I'm the male whisperer if they didn't tell you. But there's times where I'm not a man, so I don't know everything. It is what it is. So at the same time, when he is talking, I try to keep up. I learn from him every month. Every month. I'm like, wow. Okay, y'all men really got it. Like, y'all be, but it's okay. We're going to rest in our femininity, ladies. Make sure you do that. Rest in your femininity. Make sure that you're not argumentative. Make sure that if you hear something you don't like, you're not going, you know, off the rip, you know, just be calm as you can.
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm joking. But, Travel One, what's going on? Travel One, he said not a good communication style at all. All he has to say is, I don't like to say something funny can turn into not funny. Good clips to examine though.
Did you say what clips?
Good clips.
You said something else. Say it again. You country, man.
Oh, shut up.
He from the South. I'm not.
Chris said, I had an ex. Nope. I had an ex who did that when I called her my ex-wife. Oh, sheesh. Hey, sometimes that happen though, man, because you be arguing like that. You remember you used to argue with somebody else, right? So you call them up.
I think we actually did that in the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah, because I was like,
I think we both. He called me at one of his ex's name, and I called it. I think I called him.
I don't think you did that.
Okay.
I know I did it because I used to argue all the time. My first marriage, that shit was crazy. Hey, what's up, Bria?
Wait. If it happens, I didn't really get mad because I understand that he had an ex. How I look? I'm just being real. You can get mad all you want to, but if the person just had an ex, you expect them to remember you when y'all having something bad going on as to why they even got, you know, why they broken up in the first place. We have to be real. I didn't get mad when he called me that. I was just like, who? Oh, okay. And then moved on.
Shalom, Bria. Hey, we ain't there yet, Bria. We can get in there now.
Yeah.
He said mailman bars. He said, be calm, ladies, and choke down the snapping rebuttal. Yeah, man, because sometimes guys don't want to fight y'all because there's no win. There's no win if we fight y'all.
Your dad watching.
Oh, what's up, Dad? He said, man, ain't no fight, you know what I mean, when we are arguing with you guys, right? Because you know what I'm saying, we it's a lose-lose for us. So we're not trying to get into no situation like that. So he said, stay calm. That's tough. That's tough when the emotions be high. Exactly, man. It's hard.
So that's why you must revert a little bit of your emotions. You have to learn how to not be so emotional. You have to learn. So when you are going through those things, it's going to be natural not to react. Okay. You just have to work on it.
That means good evening. All right, appreciate that lesson now. Hey, when I start studying, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking. I ain't started studying yet. So.
Yeah, we didn't start studying that part yet.
Yeah. All right, she called that. She called you that because James be delivering.
Do it, yo! Y'all seen the calm version of this man? Meaning he be going in, not on me. I'm just talking about on topics. He be going in. He's so passionate. I think he's more passionate than me.
Sometimes, man, it just depends on the topic, man.
No, it'd be like most topics. Yeah.
But it depends on, like, because if I see something in our community that can be a lot better, and we continue to play around and blame each other and doing all this stupid stuff, we're not moving forward. Eventually, I'm gonna get tired of it. Because all right, cool. Why you just want to argue to argue? Like, what do you want to go with this conversation, right? Or what do you want to do with this topic? So we just got to do better as people, right? And to do better to bring these relationships together, because it's important, man. Like when I walk out and I see single women, and then I see men that doesn't have anybody, they trying to find people and stuff, like that hurts me, man. Because I know I want to put these people together, right? So they can make families, they can have the same enjoyments of life that we have. So that's why I'm getting emotion, man. That's
that's what's up.
He said, "Unleash the passion, bro." Hey, one day, man, I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
Like if y'all see me on panels, but if this man was on panels, like.
Yeah, that's why I try not to go to.
I wouldn't even. Yeah. They're not ready for you.
Hey, he said, a soft answer turns away wrath. Facts. He said, but grievous words stir up anger.
We have that on our website. You guys go to datingtomarriagesupport.com. Go to, I think I have it as wife coach, and you will see everything that we believe in and why we do what we do. But yeah.
That's facts, though, because a lot of times, like even at work, right, when people be trying to get on my nerves or trying to say something crazy.
Trying to get on your nerves? I don't think no one tries to get on someone's nerves unless they're crazy.
No, they are. Most people are crazy. But they'll try to do that. And I just give them a soft, and they be like, oh, hold on now. I thought you was gonna be the angry, the dude in here. Nah, it's not like that.
Oh yeah. Make sure when you're out in public, you don't give people what they want.
Yeah. Because they come at you stupid. They trying to get a reaction out of you, right?
Story time. See, we got story time. Story time. All right. This is what I mean by that. There was a time that I was in Walmart. Me and James at Walmart, and we were going to the cash register. We shopping clearance at Walmart. Okay, we do. And y'all should too, because there'd be some good stuff in that area. I'm just being real with you. I don't care how much money we have. If you could get something cheaper, why the hell won't you? So I could go spend on something else that's more expensive. You know what I mean? So no. So we went to the register, and the label, we couldn't read, or it wasn't working or something. The amount wasn't showing up in the register. So I went to somebody and I said, hey, I would like to know how much this costs. So the manager, he told his coworker, hey, bring this up for her, right? So she wasn't even facing me. Her back was against me because she was talking to him during work, right? So she turned around just like this with the bat ass eyelashes, okay? Looked at me with this flapping and was like, and she took my product and she had the scanner. 120, right? Gave her another one, right? 220, right? Just like that. And I'm like, right? But I didn't react, because if I reacted, she would have got her, dragged. She got dragged. That's why I don't like getting mad in public, because I have to calm myself down, because I get mad, right? But that was uncalled for. So what this whole lesson was about was just that you don't have to react to everything. Yeah. It was not worth it. I don't know her. She don't know me. So even if I did drag her ass down, what's that going to do? Yep. She's going to learn her lesson. But is it worth it? I didn't have time for that.
That lesson gonna last.
I didn't have time that day.
That lesson lasts 2 weeks.
Look, she didn't meet the right one. She gonna meet it one day. It just wasn't gonna be me. I got kids. Like
he said, Frenchie said, I'm the same way, bro. He said, I don't be trying to get people to do. I'll be trying to get people to do better in that situations. Too bad. People gotta work on their mindset first, but many don't see it. Exactly. Yeah. Man. Facts. All right. Facts. All right, so you ready to go to the next one? So we're gonna get into the topic a little bit later, right? Because
we got the thumbnail. Y'all see, we got Jacky O, DC Young Fly, we got Derrick Jaxn, and we got Derrick Jaxn. All right, and we got some other stuff. So we just gonna go through these reactions. I know y'all like these.
Ross, what do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm not an academic, I'm not a theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
Yo, so I honestly, like when he first started, I was kind of like, I wonder where he's going with this, right? But once he got towards the end, I was like, man, he's speaking facts, because you know, what I mean, that's why I made the title like, does he have a point? Because I wanted people to dialogue and kind of get involved with the conversation, because a lot of times, you know, ladies will say this, hey, I want this in a man, hey, I want this, and then when that man here, they're like, no, I don't want that, right? So we have to understand, like, hey, it's things that women say they want, and it's things that women respond to, right? So just like we get into this Derrick Jaxn situation, right? He was that guy of, hey, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want you to hear, right? But I'm gonna do this, and now I got you attracted both ways. So I'm saying all this BS, right, to get you to kind of get triggered, to get into your head, and then now I'm gonna do these things to attract you, so we can create that soul tie that people always talk about. So.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, when I seen him years ago, I wasn't attracted to his videos at all. I was just like, this corny. I'm like, I don't know, this don't feel like it's realistic. Because I was with a man, all right, and he was serious about me. I didn't have to do much, you know, to you know, whatever he was talking about. But when he was saying certain things, I was like, I don't think that most guys are like this, is what it was. And I wasn't feeling it at all. Mm-hmm. So I used to see him after a while. I was like, yeah, no. And I put not interested. And then years later, it pops up. Oh, he, you know, he's the simple, what they call him? Yeah. Pandering to women. And I was like, yeah, I think I kind of felt that.
Videos. She was like, we first got together, she would show me videos of him. And I was like, baby, you believe that? I was like, no, it's no way this guy's telling the truth. And a lot of guys already figured it out, right, before it came to pass, right, because we kind of seen it. But, you know what I mean, I think this is a great lesson for ladies too as well, and to teach your daughters, right, because some of us, you know, some of the ladies, whatever, right, they messed up and listened to guys like this, and they got screwed over, and now they hate men because these guys lied to them, you know, rather than the guy telling you the truth, like the guy like Kevin Samuels, right, that was telling you what actually guys are actually saying and what they actually feel. They hated him for it. They celebrated his death. But now a guy like this, right, they celebrate him. And I bet he can still get a whole bunch of women.
But this is the thing, you know, they kind of shitted on Kevin Samuels because he's not married, right? And I think he just didn't want to be married anymore. He had failed marriages. But the realistic part of it is, if you just listen to what he was saying, he was actually right. Yeah. How about that?
You're trying to look out.
The thing is, you got to go with what sounds and is right. Because even if he had failed marriages, don't mean you can't learn from him. You're also used to people being negative when they have failed marriages. Yeah. Don't do this, don't do that. Mm-hmm. You know, don't get married. He been married multiple times. He's still telling y'all to get married.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing about that, they'll say he had all these failed marriages and stuff, right? But then they go listen to Steve Harvey.
Right. Like, well, I guess he's married
now, but he had like what 3-4 marriages before that. Like, come on, man. But Rules, appreciate that, brother.
Super chat. Thank you so much.
He said, I promise stay tuned to the show this evening. Hey, appreciate it, man. You always there for us, man. Appreciate that, man.
Since the beginning, like, woo.
Yep. He said, dang, he's spitting facts. Yeah, man. So he right. He said, yo, man. So it's we just have to be kind of, you have to listen to both sides. If this is the best advice I would give to ladies now, I would say, hey, listen to both sides, hear both sides out, and then see what side get the most results, right? Because a lot of times we just want to hear what we want to hear. Like, I give y'all a great example, right? Like, I had one, this is something simple, right? But I didn't want to like crank my car up. You know how like in the cold, you let your car sit, you know what I mean, before you drive it, right? So instead of me saying, hey, is it better for me to, you know what I mean, let my car heat up before I drive it? I looked up, is it good to not let your, and then now it came up, people say, yeah, it's okay to do it, right? And then you end up messing my car up, you know, so you have to, not literally, but it messed my car up over time, right? So you have to look at both sides of the equation to get the full response. Because I just wanted my point to be true at that period of time. I'll just be honest with you. I wanted them to say exactly what I wanted to see. And that's what happened, right? So Chris said, marriage is a beautiful thing. Exactly, brother. He said, tell him, Derrick Jaxn. Yeah, man. He said, Eve out of there like a here Disneyland, like a Big Mermaid stuff. I read that wrong? What did I say? Out there like to hear Disneyland, little Big Mermaid. Exactly. Like they just want to hear the fairy tale stuff.
Yeah, we don't do fantasies over here.
Yeah,
so
man,
if you if you want them fantasies, you might as well go ahead and leave. Okay, because we don't do it. We don't do it. We're gonna tell you reality. Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Why do men get so offended when women that they did not do right by and had no intentions of doing right by decides to go one of their homeboys?
It's a valid question. It's a valid question.
What is going on? I'm not about to answer. Trip, I'm not about to answer this. I'm not about to answer this. I know, but all right.
But I also want to know. But I also.
Now what the? Hold on,
But
y'all.
I also want to know, how long should I wait to spring it on him that I want to spring?
With the homie?
You
Okay.
on TV
I love his
now.
friend.
Surprise!
All right.
Yo.
Mr. Let Go, you on TV now?
But you know the crazy thing about that topic, right? That's why we had the title. His homework gonna screw you over too, because they always say birds of a feather flock together, right? But she went with this man. Now she want to act beat with this guy, right? So she's thinking she's doing something doing that, right? But if the guy left her, most likely he don't want to deal with her like that no more. So they probably gonna be slapping hands. Oh, you hit that too? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, you know, because I promise you, I used to see guys doing that in the locker rooms. I used to see people talking about it all the time because women used to say, oh, I'm going to cheat with his friend to get him back, right? And then now they like, oh, okay. Then they start talking about it. Oh, you hit that? Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? This is what guys are talking about. So a lot of times y'all like to think that y'all getting the guy back, but the guys that don't care about that talk. Like I remember this one chick, she was messing around with 3 or 4 different guys. And then she was just like, I hope they don't find out about each other. And then I was just looking at her like they already know, you know what I'm saying? So like because all of them was cool, they was best friends, and it's like that. Like it wasn't like they was in a relationship, you know what I mean? They were just messing around. So like honestly, like a lot of times, like it goes against your best interest as a woman, just being honest. And then what type of man she's gonna get in the future? Say if a man seen that wanted to marry her, seen that type of video.
Yeah, you would never be trusted.
Yeah,
even if you said I'm not the same. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can't revert. Let me not say
that. Yeah. Hey, you can say it.
When I seen it, I was like, I'm not like that. So it was kind of like, what do you mean? Right? You cannot walk around saying stuff like that. So she's just the type that is not marriage minded, which is fine. But stay over there. Just don't mess with a husband, or just get people that are single bachelors. Work your way in that space. Y'all do that over there, but never, never, never. You're not ready for marriage. Yeah. You cannot start off a marriage like that. You can't think, because most men have best friends or a close friend. Most of the time. So if you are liking someone that's close to him, right, then you're for the streets. I'll tell you that straight up.
Belong to the streets. Hey, what's going on, Otto?
Hey, new face. What's up? How are you?
Appreciate it. Welcome to the DTM family, man.
Yeah.
Frenchie said it's actually only an issue if the guy really has strong feelings for her, but outside of that, we don't care. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? So if you're not in like years of relationship and you know what I mean, you was thinking about marrying this chick or something like that, then
my God, that was terrible.
That's
your heart is crushed if you heard that video.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with nobody's homie. Go get your own homie, end your relationship. You know, it's not going to work out, and then go, move on. You don't have to be hurting people in between. That's not good. That's not a good person. That's really bad. If they did it to you, you will be devastated, or would you? Because her mind is just jacked up.
Yeah, he said, stay away from hyenas, thoughts, and single mom. It depends on the single mom, man. It depends on the situation, but I wouldn't say that too.
Oh, you got a heart for single moms?
No, it just depends. Say they like a widow or something like that, or they're in a situation.
Because some people don't. They're like, I never dated a single mom.
Yeah.
So
He said, Sharon. What's that word?
Marjorie. That's Steve Harvey's wife.
Oh, okay. Sierra, Amber, Kate, and Karen. Yeah, man. He said, Oh, he said, appreciate it. He said, thank you. Been watching the reels and the shorts. Appreciate it. And man, everybody been up watching the shorts, man.
Well, that's where the action is at. We try to give y'all the best of the best with them shorts. I promise you.
Yeah, but we trying to get more attention on the live videos too as well, and more of the longer content, because we see a problem like with attention span with a lot of like we even with our kids, right? And a lot of people, like we be trying to give like more longer things. So just be on the lookout for that, guys, so we can kind of grow and get better. Because I know a lot of times with myself, you know what I mean, I be listening to my wife sometime, and then I just be like, I'll be gone. You know what I'm saying? So I actually got to get better at it too.
You
as well.
do, because I'm like, oh, you didn't say that. I'm like, I just said it like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, man. This TikTok, this new era, man, messing us up.
That's fine though, but we always have long videos. Just go to our video section. We always gonna have a live. Be here when we're growing, because our everything, is working itself out. But it just is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back into it. Oh, Travel One, what's up?
Said cheating is never the answer. Men use women like tools. Husbands included, because men cheat more than women ever will.
Here we go. We're not doing that today.
Going with the men trying to twist high cheating to women. I wouldn't say that, Travel One. Travel One, you're a good person. I know you don't believe that. No, I'm messing with you, girl. What's up, King Strong? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
My people, we going fast. Like, yeah, man, we trying, man. We trying.
We should be, we were,
He said, gotta check the DTM shorts from henceforth. Yeah, man. Oh, dang. See, Just Rules, man. He a real one, man. He just went here with the video.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's get into it, y'all.
This woman didn't like the crying of her neighbor's child, so she decided to become a guide on how to be a parent.
I'm a grandma. I'm 67. I don't even live here. I'm just staying with my ex because we've got a couple of graduations. But maybe you could tell her that when she screams, because that's blood curdling, that sounds to me like someone's in danger. And if she screams like that, just because she's having a temper tantrum, if anything ever happened to her, no one would lift a finger because they think that she's just having a tantrum. So you should tell her about that story called The Boy That Cried Wolf. Mm-hmm. You need to, because she should not be able to get away with that.
I appreciate your concern. She's 3. And she's
I
my
know
daughter.
she's 3. Believe me, I've had 3-year-olds.
I have 4 kids.
Too.
I have 4 kids. So like I said, I appreciate your concern, but it's none of your business.
I know it's none of my business, but she's disturbing the entire neighborhood. I mean, you've got to think about this. If she's going to scream like that, then put her in her room and close the door.
It's 5 o'clock. Mind your own business.
Sorry, y'all.
Yo, so
the reason why I got that up is because we have to learn how to take criticism. Because I know for a fact that she's tired of her daughter screaming too. So if that were me, I would have been like, oh, really? What is your recommendation? Because I am tired too. I can't sleep at night. That's the time where you have a heart-to-heart, because it is your neighbor, right? I mean, you ain't going nowhere unless you move out the neighborhood. But for the most part, you're going to be with that neighbor for years. So since she has kids and she's older, because it seems like we can't respect people that's older than us, she was very respectful when she came. She told her that she's a grandmother and all of these things. She's a mother. So that means that she actually does care. Well, we can't really say that she cares, but we can. It seems like she cares. So that's the time where you just ask her, what can I do to make this better? What is the secret, So that's why I didn't like that video, because I thought that was very disrespectful. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, they always say it takes a village to raise a child. But now when that village is trying to come, now you don't want to hear it. So we have to always like to get help. Even if I don't like what somebody's saying, right? Say if they're giving me an idea, I can take that idea and be like, okay, even though I didn't agree with this, some parts of this idea was pretty good. So now I can say, okay, well, we can evolve this into the equation, right? So you can always learn from anybody. So if somebody's trying to give you advice and they actually are concerned, because she had to hear that across the street for her to come,
because she's,
and we heard a little bit in the video, right?
Yeah,
it was like she was still hollering, and then she's giving her excuse saying her age. It don't matter about her age, right? Because my kids are doing that right now. 1, 2. No, you stop that, and then they stop eventually, right? You know what I'm saying? So we got to say, nah, bump that crap. Let's take all the wisdom we can, and we can learn from everybody, So
that is true. That is true. Let's get into the next one.
Give me the recording, John! John! Give me the fucking recording. Why?
don't think so.
Why? No, give me the recording. Give it to me now. Give me the recording. Give it to me. Give it to me.
What
now.
recording?
You're making a recording right now of me.
Yes,
give
I am.
it to me.
I'm just letting you know I'm recording
give
you.
it to me right now. No, give it to me.
So this can be proven in court.
Give it to me. No. No, please don't. Please don't.
Hey, Jill, can you come over?
No.
They're coming over. She's right there.
No, not me. No, you're killing me.
What do you want me to do? I don't understand. I'm not doing anything wrong.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No. It's deleted now.
Which part?
No, it's deleted the whole thing. I see what you're doing to me.
What am I doing? I'm protecting myself.
When I say I was dying editing that video, I could not stop.
Yeah.
Real tears, man.
We had to stop. We had to stop recording other videos because of how much she was laughing. Like she couldn't do it, right?
Just imagine if you are the ones who know how to edit a video. Imagine you editing someone screaming back and forth. I could not stop. But you want to say something first?
No, man. Honestly, well, for the men, like, so basically to give backstory. So she got caught cheating on her husband, right? So now he had video of her doing it. So now she was trying to wind her way to get the footage of that, so he doesn't embarrass her to the family or friends or whatnot, to the job. Because a lot of times, if you get caught cheating as a man or a woman, right? You still laughing. You can report that to the job and they can get fired, especially if it's somebody that works there, or if you're in the situation you talk to the family now. So if y'all split up, they can't go to their family and make all these lies on you and stuff like that, right? So we have to put ourselves in a better position. So if somebody is doing you dirty, you have the evidence of it. Because a lot of people in jail right now because they just didn't have the evidence of somebody that was doing them wrong. So and this is why I say, men, we have to do better in the court system, because we don't really think about it as much of, okay, if I take her to court, this is what we're gonna do. We like, hey, we trying to keep it away from court for the most part, right? But women, they don't care. They about to buy it. They gonna go to court. They gonna take you. They gonna prove their case. And we as men have to do the exact same thing, right? Because it's just all about protecting yourself, as a person. So he got the evidence now. So now he can show what type of woman she was with the tantrum and the things that she did. And now she can't lie on him and saying, hey, you hurt me or you did this type of stuff, right? So
yeah, I want to talk about her real quick. So the thing is, as adults, we cannot act like kids at all. Kids act like when they're in trouble, no, they want to deny it, and I didn't do this, and have a temper tantrum. So as an adult, there's no such thing. If you act like that, something is mentally wrong with you, and I think that you should seek help. And guess what? It is okay, because you can seek help and you could change. We all are going to have things that we do that's bad. We're all going to go through things. We're not perfect. But as long as you understand what's wrong and then you go and fix it, because that's not called for. I don't know if they have kids. I would assume that they do. And I feel sorry for the kids if they ever seen a video like that of their mother. But you cannot act like that as an adult. We got to do better with that. Also, when it comes to the cheating aspect, the husband was smart as hell to have it recorded. That means that he caught her and he was like, you know what? Let me pull my phone out. He could have been mad, got his gun, and went in. But logic speaks volumes. He came with that phone and was like, nah, F that. Recorded the whole thing. They probably didn't even know. He probably was like this, And I'm pretty sure he was, tearing up. I don't know how you guys, if the anger or whatever, but I'm pretty sure he was upset. But it's kudos to him for doing that. And I think that we could learn from this from the husband and learn what not to do from the wife. It's always a lesson.
Like they say, just Ruth says, I'm sure she learned that from her much younger 5-year-old self. Demons have those skills to do shameless things as that. She's not a diamond girl. She's a demon girl. Yeah, facts. Just try one said, what husband wants to record that, although perhaps can be used in court for evidence? If is he going to divorce her? He is going to divorce her. If not, she should not publish it. Divorce papers are public. He picked her. Yeah, man. So, he is going to divorce her though. So now this is why he's trying to protect her and stuff like that as well.
It's
right?
really protecting him at this point because you already know you get a divorce. People lie. Yeah. We know this. So because she's already cheating, we already know she's gonna lie. She already hiding. So people like that, you're gonna have to do what you have to do. That's just how it goes. Unfortunately, we hope the kids don't see it. They see it, oh well, because at the same time, he has to protect himself, or he's gonna be paying alimony for the rest of his life. And that's not fair to no man, especially if they didn't do nothing as far as cheating goes.
I was gonna say one more thing. So when it was I'm trying to remember my point because it was I just forgot it. Damn.
Oh, I made you forget.
Yeah, it was. I was trying not to cut you off, so I was.
That's why I messed up.
I think it was, but yeah, he wanted to divorce her. So he's going to end up. I think it was about the posting the video, right? So a lot of guys. Oh, that's what I was going to say. All right, cool. A lot of guys. So say if he did want to stay with her, travel one, he would have never posted that because guys, that's one of the most embarrassing thing a guy can post. Is about talking about his wife getting screwed. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna look at him like, what the hell what are you not doing? So it's humiliating for him.
Yeah. So most guys, if they're not trying to divorce her, or get rid of her, they will never post that because if the more they post it, the more shame they will get because they're gonna be like, dang, you stayed with her after you just posted that she cheated on you and acting like that. The guy's gonna be like, what's wrong with you? So a lot of guys will keep that stuff silent. So that's why a lot of times you don't really hear when women cheat on men, and if the man stays, you're not going to really hear too much about what happened. You know what I mean? So there's just something from a guy's perspective.
All right, let's get into it.
Can I be your wife?
If you act right,
you
just got to show me you the right one. If you can show me you the right one, I'm gonna do it all. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah. You gonna be my good girl?
A good girl?
They're young. I mean, we're all young, goddammit. But nah, that's that Gen Z. That's not how.
That was. Weird.
I mean, it's just I can't even say you can't ask because I'm happy that she's even asking, even though I think it was probably just for recordings. But let's say that is kind of true. Ladies today don't even want to be married. So I kind of like, okay, that's what's up. At least you asked, can I be your wife? His response, I think James was like, what?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't really know how to feel about that because, I'm just happy that she even asked. But then you got to be careful because even though she asked, don't mean that she's wife material.
Yeah, I think that I know it's probably just a video of them just playing around.
Most of these, some of them are.
Yeah, but I would say, man, if it's coming like that, I would think it's just mostly like lust. It's a relationship built off lust because that's what because he started like changing his voice to sound more, I guess, attractive. That's what to her.
Seductive. That's
it's seductive. Made his voice a little bit deeper, and all that type of stuff, right? So we have to understand, right? Don't never build your relationship off lust because lust fades. And then that's why most relationships are built on these days. And then now when that lust is over with, you like, oh, she's not the same person no more. Or you like, oh, he's not the same person no more. He don't tickle my feelings like how he used to, or vice versa, right? Because you built a relationship off lust. Once you build a relationship off lust, it's over. Because the only thing you're going to see is that person as a sex object.
So does lust fade because the sex is not consistent and the spark is not there because the drive, you see the drive that they had in that video, that drive, it went down? Because let's say, I'm just asking this, if they kept that same spark in that video throughout their entire relationship.
That's impossible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because especially with men, like stuff get old with us quick, right? You know what I mean? So now it has to be something else that's making me want to be with you, right? So that's why femininity comes into play. That's why, okay, she loyal comes into play. Can I replace her comes into play, right? So if a man don't think he can replace you, he like, I ain't going no fucking, because I like it's nothing else better out there, right?
Yeah, I think that.
Like facts. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if we already know, like it's not like once we get that 1% woman. You know what I mean? A lot of guys don't want to give her up. Shoot, it's guys that don't want to give up a woman that ain't shit. So,
but you see how I learned something new about y'all, man? He's talking about y'all think about it. Well, probably in the beginning of a relationship, right? I guess. Can you be replaced? That's why I say, you ladies, make sure that when you are with a man, make sure that when he leaves, that not saying he just gonna go to the next woman. I'm not saying that. But you have to make sure you understand that these guys think this way, right? And I'm not saying they're bad for thinking that, because some women would be like, oh, what? But at the same time, you know, we're different. So we got to make sure that we're on our A game. And I'm not talking about you can't slack off sometimes. Look, it got to be like this much. All right. That's not even nothing. It's a little bit. You got to be on it. You got to be on it. How you look, how you speak. Everything has to be on point, not just for him, but for yourself. Because if you're slacking at something, that means something's wrong with you.
He'll just rule says the word says the pleasure of sin for a season. Exactly. You know, because a lot of times, like this said, the verse says, right? Like we get so hyped. Oh, we got something, we got it new. You know what I mean? You banging it out, boom, boom, and then eventually you're gonna be like, just like with all these like rappers and Wiz Khalifa, he got Amber Rose and all this type of stuff, right? Eventually he got tired of it. He's like, all right, what else you bring to the table? You had that little fatty and the big breasts and all that stuff. No, that stuff gets old. It has to be something else that's making me stay.
Yeah, you know she probably wasn't a good woman, period.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If he got with her and she had all that, and then she was a great woman, it would have made it so much better. But
yeah, it wasn't
happening.
Yeah, he said, "What? I heard correctly? No, girl, don't be a good girl. He's playing with you. Get a high set of standards. All this is Russian." Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah, that was definitely
facts.
Yeah.
I say he said most men are only as faithful as their options, so make sure your femininity is on point. Yeah, man.
You got to stand out.
Yeah,
you got to stand out, and you know, just keep the spark throughout your relationship. I'm talking about as a lady. Make sure you keep the spark in your relationship. So do the man. You know, they're gonna do their part, but you do your part. Don't slack off.
Yeah, he said, do offense, ladies. Do offense, ladies, but only slang is there are more fish females in the sea world. Yeah. He said, dance with the devil, be ready to pay the piper. Yeah, man. And then that's what it comes down to, right? So we have to make sure that we put ourselves in position to win. You know what I mean? So men and women.
Yep.
Friend, get your here. I'm frustrated at these. I'm from Chicago. I want to me right. Stop looking at me like I'm pretty, you know? Ran me up like it. You know, put me up against the wall. Spit on my mouth. You know what I mean? Friend, throw me on the bed. I'm just trying to show you what I want these do. It's like they can't read the room because I'm pretty. I'm so sexually frustrated. I be like, like, you know, I got on pajamas. I'm over here at midnight. It's a hotel room that I booked. Like, what else should I do? Friend, you gotta, you know, read the room, see what I'm talking about, and understand, use context clues. You know what I mean? And then do what you need to do.
So you want I'm gonna grab you up? Throw your ass on the bed.
No, I'm right. You ain't right. You heard me at the fucking table. Oh, friend.
What you doing? What you doing?
I wasn't talking about you, friend. Huh? I was not talking about you.
You just said read the room. You invited a nigga over there. You got on pajamas. I thought you wanted me to be the aggressive.
You smart, I understand that. But no, I was just venting to you like I always do. We've been friends for 10 years.
So with that, y'all gotta stop playing these men. These men, come on now. Let's be real. Because you know, I was on a panel and they was asking, can men have female friends? And I said, hell nah. All right. Because it's natural, especially if she's pretty, she looks good, or whatever it is that sparks you to even think about the sex. You don't want to put yourself in that situation when you are, I'm saying if you have a good person with you, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. But as a lady, like you can't just be going to him, telling him what you wanted to do with another man. He gonna look and see how he was looking. What about me? I'm single, you know? So you gotta be careful. You can never have that friend with benefits. You know, if you had it, stop it. Because you can get pregnant. I've seen many cases. Friends with benefits, you get pregnant. Then you get mad because he didn't marry you, but you was a friend, so why would he? All right? So we got to just be realistic. Don't put yourself in a situation that's going to make it bad for you. And don't put these men in situations either. You know, we could be more logical with the sex thing. I don't know. Some of them, I don't know. They probably do go off with their head, okay? But we as ladies, we got to be able to take that part of the responsibility too. You ain't got to have sex with him. All right. And don't lead them on. All right. I'm done.
Honestly, like with the title said, that's the male best friend fantasy, because a lot of guys that's friend with women is just there just so you can possibly get to know them better or them show the better qualities as a man, so that woman can actually want to be with them. Right. So women have that in your mind, right? That this guy potentially wants to be with me. So you can't put yourself in a situation where you're in a hotel room like that. Because Like if he almost got a charge, like he could have got him a charge well because from that situation. So I would say, ladies, like just try to minimize your male best friends, right? I would say try to get out the game quick as possible. Like a lot of times, a lot of ladies be staying in the game trying to date a whole bunch of different guys. Honestly, try to find you the quickest guy, quick as possible. And that's the best guy. Now I'm not talking about he has to be making 6 figures and all that dumb crap that a lot of people be saying.
But if he makes 6 figures, that's what's up.
Yeah, if he does. See, you just made that ass go back.
That's what's up.
I wasn't making no 6 figures.
That's what's up too.
Exactly, right? You know, see how she's telling y'all that lie?
I'm just saying, if you did find a guy, because it was hard. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to find a guy that makes all this money that you're looking for. And I'm not talking about 6 figures. We're talking about what, millionaire or whatever. It's hard to find a millionaire that is, the one, the family man, God-fearing. It's hard to get that. Because those men have so much access, not just to women, but to everything. And they already know. You got to be there from the beginning with them. If you wasn't, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, they already know that what you here there for. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's kind of crazy how we have put ourselves in. I would say when ladies are putting themselves in these bad positions, right, and blaming regular men. So I would say get with a regular guy. I was having a conversation about this with somebody I work with. She's a little bit older. She's about like 10, 12 years older than me. And I was saying, hey, when y'all generation, y'all was just looking for a man, that had benefits, that had a government job, worked at the post office, right? But now these younger women are looking for a man making 6 figures and all this 6 feet and all this type of crap, right? So we got to get more of that. All right, does he have a job with benefits? Good. You know what I'm saying? If he's a bus driver, he's a bus driver, right? Or something like that. Like, is he making money? Because a lot of those guys, he's in the military, because a lot of those guys are making investments or they can be doing other things to put themselves at another level, but you missing out because you want that guy to have it all right now. When those guys going to have it maybe in their late 30s or maybe 35, you know what I'm saying? Maybe close to 40. Now that's when they're going to start making that crazy money. And then now you're going to be running around these guys that have it right now, and they're not going to try to wipe you up. But that guy you got with that average guy, and he was like, okay, dang, she was with me from the jump. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna never leave her. I'm gonna make sure she's taken care of.
Yeah, so you gotta just be careful out there. Just so much to say about that topic. Just don't do what she's doing. First of all, we didn't talk about the man that she was trying to have sex with. So the man that she was trying to have sex with, now they're gonna be looking for them 6 figures. Well, no. You shouldn't even be doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get a genuine man. Genuine man will last you forever.
Yep.
Right? All right. Oh, also, you could change your money. Just because the man ain't making 6 figures now don't mean y'all cannot make 6 figures later.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, once you bring your money, y'all straight, right?
You ain't gotta do all that. Make sure you invest and stuff.
Yeah.
What's up, babe?
Hey.
What you recording for?
I'm not recording. I'm just taking a picture.
Okay. I'm up there on PS5 for a little while, so I'll probably stream for like an hour on Twitch, though. You cool with that, though?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Alright. I'm on PS5, yo. What on PS5?
I sold it.
Where you sold it at? What you mean you sold it?
I sold it at London Bear.
London Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, God, not London Bear. They're cheap, bro. How much they gave you for it, man?
$90.
90?
Yes, babe. We had to pay the light bill. That's we would be in the dark. Pick one.
No, they should have told me, man.
I did tell you, but you... Really?
PS5, man. Spent like $600 on it, man. I got like 3 controllers and damn, got a new Resident Evil and everything.
I don't care. The light bill comes
I
first.
already told everybody on stream I was gonna stream that tonight, man.
Well, they gotta wait. Yes, I'm serious. You didn't have to throw the damn...
What do you mean not throw it, man? You just sold my PS5, man. That's why I don't be in relationships, dog.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what it means, dog. You know I'm out of here, bro. I'm done with this shit, bro.
Alright, bye. Over a damn PS5.
Y'all Instagram people get to see the back. That's funny.
Nah, man. But honestly, like with a video, so I seen a couple of different things, right? I would say he has his priorities in the wrong spot, right? So say if you in a situation, right, if you can't pay your bills, why are you worried about the game, right? Unless you're making money off it. If it's something that you can monetize, right? It seems like he's just trying to have fun. If you can't pay your bills, why are you trying to play the game? You know what I mean? You should be getting more work hours or something like that, or having her doing something, starting a business or something like that, whatever, right? So you can monetize your situation. And I would say with her, only bad thing I said with her is she didn't tell him, hey, I'm about to sell your PS5, right? Because they actually lost more money than they gained. Because what they're gonna do next month, right? When they need more money for the power bill again. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be kind of smart with your actions, right? Because I would say he's not doing his job as a man, but she didn't. She just did that little small mistake as a woman that actually lost them more money. You know what I mean? So we kind of got to be more, you know what I mean, be more, you know what I mean, smart when we having our decisions, because you know what I mean, as men, like a lot of women are wanting us to lead them, right? Some will say if she was one of those women, she might not, most likely she's not, but most likely say if she was, now he's putting himself in a situation where she's not going to respect him like that. And even like coming out the door, y'all seen how he had to pull the screen to open the door? Like I'm just like, yo, you got YouTube, you got all this type of stuff that you can learn things from, that you can learn how to fix all this stuff. All this stuff like that's put up back here, I learned from doing the YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna start vlogging. So y'all gonna see us sitting down right now, but we're gonna be showing y'all a whole bunch of stuff coming up. We're gonna be real. Yeah, but Christopher Sterling said that doesn't seem real. So it isn't. I found out today.
Oh, it's fake?
Yes.
They did that good. They did good.
So what it is their wife and husband, and they come up with, oh, you sold my Mercedes, you sold my Lambo, you sold every damn thing to pay whatever. I just looked at it today, they made like 30 videos doing that. The husband is a great actor. His wife isn't. So when he asked his wife, hey, did you sell my whatever? And she will give it away. But he did a good job. Now, even though I'm saying this to y'all, right? Because I don't want y'all to think that was real. I'm saying this to y'all because stuff like that actually happens. Nice. Let's be real.
That's why I thought.
How many people you know have done some crazy? Most of them be on drugs, but how much of y'all? How many of y'all know people that do that? That's not fake. That's why they're doing it. They just making it funny. Okay. Now I don't know about the house situation, because when I was looking at their videos, their house does look like that. But he probably took the doorknob off just to put a string.
He probably did it. He acted that out too.
I don't know.
That's showing that they broke. That's why I thought it was real. That's showing that you broke.
That could be real though. That part, because their house looked the same and everything, but the videos itself, the content is.
Yo, dang!
Shout out to them.
You messed it up for me.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen.
He sold her. He should have sold her wig collection.
Right.
Hey, it was Trevor one said the bills not getting paid is the problem. Yep. He said when work on your married household budget together as a couple. Money matters. Got to make it and spend it wisely. No money and the possibility of divorce for sure.
Also, some of the videos that we post are skits. Some of them we deliberately post them because it's content. It's funny, right? And it's real. Just like some of the things that we talk about might be funny, but we always make it real. We make it like this actually happened because it does. But I wanted to respond to that video real quick. Okay. When it comes to a wife, I'm always going to speak about for the female because that's what I do. I'm a wife, right? But you have to remember, like, if things are going bad, let's say you can't pay a bill, because we all know there's times where you can't pay something. Don't go to the extreme and start selling all your things. You only do that if you're dead broke, like you're homeless or something, or you're gonna be homeless. All right, you don't go to the extreme with stuff. First of all, it has to be a conversation. Never do something without asking or mentioning it to your husband. You guys have to talk. If you're not able to talk because you think he's gonna get mad or he's not gonna want to listen to what you're saying, then that's bad. Now you got to go back and work on your communication. How do you do that? Talk. You just got to keep talking. You got to do stuff together. Yesterday, I went out and met up with a friend, and she was asking me, I think I said me and my husband do everything together. She asked me, she was like, how is that making your relationship stronger? And I never heard nobody ask me that. And I was like, yeah, it actually did make it stronger, because now I was able to learn him a lot more and he's able to learn me a lot more. You have to just always be around each other and talk. That's the best way you're going to fix your communication. Don't just be blaming all of these things and you ain't work for it. You know, even if you say, oh, you're annoying. No, you're annoying. All right. Let's not keep doing that. We got to make sure that we're able to have conversations with each other. All right. You need to pay the bill. Cool. To have a discussion, pick the best option. Don't pick your option. Pick the best option. All right. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, what's up, beautiful animated? She said, stop marrying boys. Duh. She effed up and married that boy. Big A baby. Wife knew how much that PS5 was. She pocketed the rest.
Right, lion.
He said, true that. Hey, what's up, son? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
First time, new face. Said she's getting caught out there under a storm of a golf ball size golf ball size ice ball. He probably wished her into the PS5 and landed it twice. Exactly fact. Hey, what's up, doctor?
What's up, doctor?
Hey, we said shout out to James, lady died in the chat. What's up? What's up?
How you doing today? Also, since the doctor is in the building, he had gifted someone. I have not sold it yet, but he had gifted someone. If you want to be a member of this channel, he had gifted someone 6 months of membership access. So if you want 6 months of membership access and you're looking for dating to marriage advice, or you just want to get to know us a little bit more, and there's perks as well. You get, merchandise is discounted, a whole bunch of stuff that you could actually see when you hit join. Let me know. You could DM me, or you could let me know here that you would want the 6 months of membership. All right.
Cool. All right.
You want to get to it?
All right. So you want to get into, all right, what y'all want to, you want to start? That was the last one, right?
Okay. All right, so let's get into.
You want to do the DC on Fly, or you want to get into the main?
We're gonna save Derrick Jaxn and them for last. Okay, let's get into DC Young Fly and his girl, because that's that kind of hit home. That's not home. That kind of hit home, y'all, because she has 3 young kids that she left behind. So let me get it. All right. Keep talking. Hold on, y'all. James gonna entertain y'all.
That's right there. Okay. You trying to find something else? But yeah, man. So with this topic, man, I think it's important for us to kind of go over it, because a lot of times, like, we think we putting ourselves in a better situation when we actually are not. So the reason why this topic hits home to a lot of people, because I was gonna say, like, y'all knew about Kanye West's story when he lost his mom. So a lot of people like to say, hey, well, hopefully a lot more people learn from this type of situation. But I don't think they are, because a lot of times we like the easy way out rather than going through the hard way and struggling. Just like we get in relationships, you just think everybody's just going to be easy, like your Prince Charming or your wife to be is just going to come and jump in your arms and say, hey, you're going to get into the car and let's drive off. No, it's not like that. Let's drive off in the sunset. You know what I mean? You got to put yourself out there. You got to be vulnerable. You got to talk. You got to meet people. You got to get into the right situations, right? And a lot of people don't want to do that. So honestly, it's going to be kind of hard for, I think, people to learn the actual lesson that they can learn from this situation. But hopefully more people do learn. So
yep. So let's get into it. I'm just going to read something off for you guys. All right. Okay, so she is Jacky O's DC Young's Fly girlfriend, partner. He had 3 kids with her. I don't think they plan to get married. They just plan to be partners. Some people actually choose to do that. They have 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. But she, it seems like this could be true, but they said that she passed away from having mommy makeover surgery. She passed away during the surgery, which was a couple of days ago. So I'm going to give you some info on the surgery. So the risks and complications of a BBL. Your butt contains many blood vessels and nerves. If a what does it say? Cannula?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Strikes any of these structures during the surgery, it can lead to injury, a fat embolism, or death. All right. Also, the British Association says that BBLs hold the highest mortality rate, with 1 in 3,000 patients passing from after receiving the surgery. And we have also, there was a 19.3% of increase since 2016 from having people that are passing away from it. This number has only continued to grow in 2021. More than 61,000 BBLs were performed, which was a 37% increase from 2020. That equal to $2.4 million in revenue.
That's crazy.
Yes, it's very crazy. So there's a lot of people getting them. There's about we have 300,000.
About 400,000.
About 400,000 people are getting the BBLs. 1 in 3,000 dies from it. 1 in 3,000. But that's how many people that got it in 2020, it says. So, you know, you can get the BBL all you want to, but just know that there's risk factors with it. You know, it's going to be something that can, you know, have death. Like it says your butt contains many blood vessels and nerves. So if something happens wrong with, and if something goes wrong with that, it can lead to your death. And that's what they're saying happened to her. So I don't think it's worth it. That's not something that we should be looking forward to doing. And I'm gonna give y'all a story real quick too. Y'all know y'all like my story time. You know, this is her family though. That's I think one of the latest pictures of her and the kids. She's not here anymore. So it's very sad. So I have a story for y'all. There was a time where before I got married to James, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have kids. You know, we're gonna have kids one day. And I was like, you know what, James, I'm gonna get me surgery to get breast lift because I heard that when you have kids, your breasts sag. And he told me, no, don't get that. And I was like, don't you want bigger breasts? Because, you know, what's in the media? I was one of those ladies who thought that men like certain, not saying y'all don't like it, but y'all only want that. So I was like, okay, cool. When I have all my kids, I'll be able to get me a quote unquote mommy makeover. It's kind of the same thing I was talking about. And he saved me because he told me, no, don't do it. Don't get it. Don't get it. I love you for who you are. I like what you got already. It's okay. You'll be fine. You know, for like a year, because I would bring it up off and on. And he actually saved me because if he didn't say don't get it, I probably would have. Well, I'm still having kids now, but I probably would get it in the future unless I've seen videos like this. See, I probably wouldn't have seen a story like that and many others. But what I'm saying is, you know, we don't have to do these things. We can hire a personal trainer to help keep us motivated and eat right. If you want to spend money, thousands of dollars on something, put it to a personal trainer. They would love to help you. These personal trainers do really good at their job, and they do it the healthier way. And I'm not talking about the ones who take steroids and everything, but you know, the ones who do it right.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, man, honestly, guys, we gotta kind of start being more vocal and telling women, hey, we don't like this stuff, because they see in the videos, they see in all this like pop culture and all this type of things, and they're like, hey, this is what men want because men are liking the videos or men are liking the pictures. But just because, and we have to explain this to them, like, hey, just because men are liking this picture, that doesn't mean they want their woman to have that type of stuff, right? And it's most of the time it'd be the same guys. It's not the husband-minded men liking these type of pictures. Like if I see a woman in the store that she has a BBL or something like that, right? Because a lot of times you can see it from the front of looking at them, because it'd be like some awkward shape, and you're like, how the hell you get that shape like that? I know you're weird, right? But so I try not to give them no attention because I know that's the only thing they want. And I was in Lowe's the other day, and I seen this woman walk past me with one, and I was just like, oh, and she was trying to see if I was gonna look at her and all that type, and I give her no attention. So I would say, men, stop giving these women attention that's getting this stuff, and actually be more upfront. Hey, we don't want that type of stuff. We want you natural. We want you safe. We want you okay.
Remember, I'm sorry, it made me think of when remember Bruiser on the Lapeef live. He said he went into a salon and told women to go to the gym instead of getting BBLs, and he almost got arrested.
yeah.
Look, you gotta be smart on how you say it.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying, like so.
That was funny.
But yeah, like we have to, like, I'm talking about the person you with, right?
The person you're with, not just random.
Because I'm glad you said that, because
I don't know if you was talking about that, because see, a black man doing that, it didn't work out for him. Maybe it was his delivery, but I'm not saying you could tell random strangers, but I think you should know them if you're gonna say that.
And honestly, I try my best. Like I be more transparent a little bit. So I just had an ankle surgery, right? And I didn't much want to do that. It took me about 9 years. I had a ligament completely torn in my ankle from playing basketball and stuff. And I just been playing on it, keep injuring it, because I didn't want to go through the surgery. I want to go through the knife, because a lot of times people don't wake up from it, right? So you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation just for you to look a little bit better, because you can look at her. She already looked decent. She was ugly. She was cute, right? She looked good. You know what I mean? She had a husband, 3 kids. She had sorry, she didn't have a husband,
a life partner,
but she had somebody that was with her, right? That wasn't going to give up.
They wasn't married. But I think there's people I met, couples that have been together, and they're like, I'm not getting married. Like they agree on it. So they probably would like that because they were consistently planning to have these kids. It wasn't like she oops and got pregnant.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's crazy, man.
Yep. So what we have?
Hey,
hi, thanks for being here. New face. We appreciate that.
From Texas. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, D is not worth it.
Yeah,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, he said, we seen a guy at the movie theater with one. And I was just like, yo, remember that? We went to the movies and he was checking our tickets.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yo.
That's funny. But I can see them doing it because they want to be women. So.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so it's crazy out here, y'all. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Let me see.
We need to spread the truth. Yeah, man. And that's what we try to do, man. We just trying to exactly. He said all surgeries are risky, perhaps only do surgery medically. Thank you. Although people have choices they want to exercise, no one can tell them nothing. Low self-esteem behaviors are real. Yeah, man. And that's where we got to build our self-esteem up, man. It has to be like real self-esteem. And just like a son, we have to spread the truth, because a lot of times people think if I get this surgery, or if I get this man, or if I get this job, I'm gonna have more confidence. If I get this, I'm gonna be a better person. No, it just starts with you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of stop thinking, adding all these different things to your life is gonna make you feel better, when it's just gonna make you feel better for a season, right? And then after that season is over, you back to the same square nut that you was.
I mean, we have family members who had the surgery, and I know one in particular. I was telling her, I said, "No, you don't need to do that. Pretty, you good? Just
yeah."
I asked why. She showed me, and I was like, "But no." I was like, "It's okay. You don't look bad. Trust me." You know what I'm saying? Is your husband saying that you need to get it? No, she said about no, but she got it anyway. Thankfully, nothing happened to her. But if you listening, girl. Don't get another one. Look, we done. Don't get another one.
Yeah, food store play. Yeah,
exactly. This made me think of that because
he took a red pill outside and walked up in there. Yeah, man. Exactly. He said, B-Man may say, I don't feel sorry for her because the information has been out for everyone to educate themselves. I feel sorry for the kids. Yeah, exactly. So she didn't even think about her family to be selfish. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
No, it's not even that.
I think it is
because she went to a trusted person.
Fuck all that.
That's what some people think about. They don't think about like the long term. You always talk about, you don't think about long. I don't think she thought about that. She went to a trusted person. He's done many surgeries, so she's gonna think that, I'm gonna survive from this. I could see somebody doing that.
He said 10% of men are getting BBLs, height enhancements, and daddy makeover surgery. What the hell?
Height enhancements?
I seen that on the TikTok. I was weak off that.
I mean, I know you naturally
they break their tibia and fibula, and then they like enlarge it, and then they had to go to physical therapy.
No, that's worse.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So let's get into. I get to the comments. James and Lady Di are not cursing this evening. Why? Don't miss it though. Good job.
Hey, we trying to get better, man.
That's true, but it might see. Look, now that you said it,
nah. We trying to do better.
Try. Hey, what's up? I don't know if I haven't seen you here. If I have, please forgive me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Do you both believe God made everything perfect? No, we don't.
No, because he said he made everything good, right? And
he made bad.
Yeah,
he made stuff bad for us to learn what not to do and to challenge us. Because if we had all good things, and we are human, so we're gonna do bad things. How do we know it's bad if we don't see bad people doing it? So I don't know.
There's a verse. He said, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." Right. So.
That's why. That's why I said it's not perfect.
So that's why that's the verse she was referring to, right? So check it out. Like a lot of times in the church, right? They try to make everything like a fairy tale and all that type of stuff, whatever, right? But a lot of times we don't understand because it's impossible for us to understand what God's thoughts are. So to him, you know what I mean, he said he made everything good. He didn't say he made everything perfect. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, we could have been, as humans, could have been a lot stronger, right? You know what I mean? We could have had better vision. We could have had all type of better things, right? Because other animals got better vision than us. You know what I mean? But it's not made for us to be perfect, because there's always some things that us to work for, especially to get into the kingdom. Everything, if we was made perfect, everything was made perfect, where it would be easier for us to get into the kingdom. But it wasn't made that way.
Nobody would, every woman is beautiful in her own way. Women are queens. Our mothers are women.
Said BBL women are what they call them microwave women. Us natural shape curvy women that's been in the oven dealing with all this our life can't find the right pants and pants size, but our waists are small. Yeah, and you from Texas too, so I already know how y'all get down. I'm from the South, from Alabama, so yeah, man, I feel you. I be seeing all them. I think it's more the diet too, boy.
It's the diet
in the South, boy.
But no, I think everybody eats bad everywhere. But
I didn't know what a green smoothie was till my wife told me about it. Yo, that's how bad we was, y'all. Like, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into I wasn't able to get the poll, but I'm gonna have to share screens. Y'all know I hate sharing screens. I keep saying that.
Hey, what's up, Corey? What's going on? What's going
on,
Corey?
Brother?
What's going on?
Thanks for being here once again, as always. So let me get into the poll. If y'all voted, we're gonna talk about it real quick. But I'm about to share my screen. Y'all know I hate that. But talk, James. You gotta entertain.
Hold on. Let me. I don't see this last comment. He says some get P enlargements, tummy tuck and most. Yeah, man.
Stop playing.
Yeah, that's real though. And sadly to say that people are not happy with what they got, right? So say if I if I was in that situation, right, it'll suck, but we have to understand, man. We just be blessed with what we have. You know what I mean? Like if you in a situation where you don't look the nicest and all this type of stuff, right? It's okay. It's always gonna be somebody there for you, right? Just enhance other things, and that's just a form of loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, who else gonna love you? You'll never be able to feel the love from people. So
yeah, that is very true. Hi,
how
new face. What's up? I can't tell who.
Diggy, y'all.
Thanks for being here so much. We really appreciate it. This is a new channel. Yeah, we're new. Oh, he's saying you or we're new though.
Yeah, we new too as well.
I say we do. All right. Anyway, so let's get into it, y'all. All right, so we got the poll up, and the question. Let me make it bigger. All right, so we have the question. Here we go. Who is to blame for their failed marriage? Now we're talking about Derrick Jaxn and his wife. So her name is Denaya. I don't know why I say her name wrong. Is she to blame? So we got 20% that says that she is. We got Derrick Jaxn at 50%, and we got 30% at neither. So why is it like this? Let's see. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. So, this is what it is. A lot of you voted, but let me look at some of the comments really quick. All right, so big shout out to you. Says that the one who is relentlessly looking for unnecessary attention. So we already know who he's talking about. So we got Derrick voted. Okay. Someone said both. Open-minded. He was cheating and she knew. And she stayed. All right, so we're gonna get more into the comments after we start sharing the video. So we're gonna get the video up. So we're gonna get into the topic now. Let's pull the video back up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all ready?
Wait, hold on. That's the video right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you didn't think?
No,
you want the other one? You want the
video?
Other video?
Play the video that we're gonna do
for
this.
This it.
Okay.
You got the did you get the TikTok ones too?
Yeah.
What is that? Why you looking like that?
Why you? Cause you talking all that on here.
Yeah, like
which video you want me to play? I'm sorry, y'all. Which video you want me to play?
Get the TikTok ones.
Okay.
If you ain't got it ready, we can I can come back.
Yeah, come back.
All right.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. Play the regular video.
Let's get it.
When you think about abandonment, what do you go back on? When you hear yourself say, when I think about the abandonment that I've come from, let's unpack that.
Yeah, so abandonment. With my father, I had teenage parents. My mom was 16 when she had me. My father was 18. They never really had a relationship per se. They were just supposed to be playing video games.
They were playing with other things.
Here you go. Merry Christmas, right? Because my birthday's in December, a couple days before Christmas. So
okay.
Video games, here I go, the present. And so, you know, there's a little bit of rejection and abandonment there, right? Because I never really had parents that were a couple.
Yeah.
Right? And then in that, because of that, you know, there was some question about whether or not I was actually my father's or not. And so then I had that, even though I wasn't even born yet to receive that per se, but that still affected me because I grew up and found out about that. And then there was rejection. And then just the relationship that I had with my father growing up, I felt like he just wasn't as present as he could be, or he would always not come through or follow through on his promises when he said he would do something. And so that all affected me. And then boom, he died when I was 12.
All right, so now Chris said both Jackson are narcissists and both are to blame for this equally. Yeah, but so all right, we're going off with this topic, right? So first off, she's already going through trauma of not having that father figure present in her life, and now they're in a situation where their parents are not in a real serious relationship, so they didn't really like love each other. They were just there to have fun playing video games, and then they end up having a child. So now she never had an example of what a family is supposed to look like. Right. So now we just kind of getting into the deeper the roots of why she made it a bad decision she did.
And so then, you know, I'm just left to try to figure out this thing on my own. And so there's abandonment, there's rejection there. And as I was younger, I used to be like a tomboy per se, right? And that was because I wanted the affection of my father. I had two brothers at the time, and so they were playing football. He was their football coach. He was involved in all their activities, and I'm over here, you know, just this little chubby girl over here.
You're chubby.
I was fat. When I would go over there, sometimes I would cause some issues between him and my stepmom, and then I would be at my grandma's house. And so
you say it was cause issues, like what? What do you mean?
So they would just have like their little arguments or whatever, and I felt like it was always about me. But of course, I'm a child, so I don't know adult things at that time. But how I internalized it and what I carried with me is that, oh, this is about me being over here. Now I'm over here, I'm disrupting their little family union, and you know, my mom is over here, and I feel like maybe she's jealous of my mom or something like that, you know. And this is all going on while I'm a child, so this is what I grew up with what the capacity that I had. And
so then the crazy thing about this is why I wanted to add this point into there, because what is she getting this from? Why you as a child thinking that another woman is jealous of your mom, right? So she was probably getting some negative influence from her mom, or just from the environment of the world today of somebody that's jealous of you, because they could have been arguing about something else, not even much involving her. They could have just been arguing just to argue, you know what I mean, from others past their relationship. But she's thinking that they jealous and they don't want her to be around, rather than saying, hey, it's other issues in that thing, and I need to stay in the child's place and not even much be thinking about that. Right.
Well, she's a child, so it's hard. You know, the thing is, adults are supposed to say, hey, get out of our business, and you teach them how to not be in the business. But her parents were never adults. It seemed like they were very immature, and it sucks because they created her, and now she's going through her thing now.
Yeah. Dang, Chris said now she's trying to sell a traumatic boot camp for $7,000.
She is, though.
$5,000 for one-on-one session. That's crazy.
She even have how to grieve and get over men cheating. She got a whole thing on her website. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, man. He said she's very manipulative. Yeah, man. That's why we about to get into whatever. So
that was pretty much the main trauma that I had. I didn't have another trauma until I was 19, and so I still kind of include that in childhood trauma. So,
well, what did she say? Because I don't think they heard that.
She was raped.
She was raped, y'all.
I was 19. I was on summer from college, actually, and I was going out to a party, that I didn't tell my mom about. I was, doing my own thing, and I went there, and I did have an ex-boyfriend there, and a couple other people, my family, my brothers were there, and their friends and things like that. And so we were all drinking, having a good time. I was downstairs, and one of the people there decided that they, seen me, and they wanted what they wanted. And so I was grabbed from behind. I was pushed down, and then, there's that story of everybody was upstairs, so they couldn't hear me downstairs, in the basement screaming with over the music and all of that. So
how'd you process that? Did you tell anybody?
I did not process it. And so here, I did not process it at all. I didn't tell anybody. In fact, then I didn't go home that night. I actually stayed in the house with my abuser, right? Not like in the same place, but they were like upstairs, I stayed the night. I didn't tell my mom where I was at. And I actually lied to her and told her, hey, I was at my uncle's house with my aunt and my brothers. And so I never told her, and I never told anybody else. I actually held it for 6 years. 5.
And this is why it's important for you to teach your kids or yourself to kind of, do the right things, right? Because so she didn't want to tell anybody because she put herself in a bad situation, right? To even get there. So say if she would have did everything her mom told her to, she would have easily, all right, let me say this, or her brothers was there. She said she had 2 brothers. So imagine, I got one sister, right? Imagine my sister talking about somebody did something to her. I'm going all out. It's over. You know what I mean? So you have to put yourselves in better position so you can be honest, or you putting yourself in a better situation so you can have people there to help you. Right. If I was a woman, right, I'll be close to my brothers. Nobody touched me with my brothers right there.
Yeah, you gotta
you'll be a damn fool.
Unless she wasn't close with her brothers, but you gotta feel protected by somebody. Like as a female, something happens like that to you, then you gotta figure out for it not to happen again. You should be kind of scared. Not saying anything is just not gonna help you. We gotta understand that when bad things happen, we need help. Yeah. Big time.
Yep. Just Rule says, I was advised not to get involved with a woman in the business on the account of me being a one-woman man. On the flip side, one man, a woman shouldn't get involved with celebrities. Hey, great point. Because that's crazy. He said, I know you lying. Yeah, man. Frenchy said, very traumatic situation. Yeah, man, exactly. It was a hustle.
Hey.
What's going on, brother? All right, so let's get back into it.
5 years. And then I briefly mentioned it to Derrick at one point because he was talking to someone at the time, and then it came up like in the conversation. I was like, this just triggered that. And he was like, what? So he didn't even find out till 5 years. And it was just a brief conversation. And then I never really dealt with it. I never got that therapy or counseling. And I didn't get that until I was 30, which at that point was about 12 years after the experience.
Met your husband at what?
I'm sorry. How do you wait to 30? Like you passed 21, 25, all of these prominent ages that you could have definitely seeked help. I get it.
Age, and how'd y'all meet?
At 19, we met in business calc class at Tuskegee University.
Hold on. So you met him shortly after?
I did. I did 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks after I met him.
So 3 weeks after
in class, yes. Right, and so then we add on another layer, right? I went straight into a relationship. Even though it wasn't like immediately we started dating, but I met him and there was interest there. I went straight into that without even acknowledging, dealing with the rape. I pretended like it never even happened and got myself into a relationship unhealed. So.
What attracted you to Derrick?
He's very charming. He's very charming. When you see him, he has a charisma and a presence about him that is just like, it sucks you in automatically. And then he's very funny. And so that humor drew me in as well, of course.
Yeah. So this is the classic of the charming guy kind of getting with the woman and causing her to basically make all the bad decisions that she wanted to make herself, right? So I ain't gonna blame just him because she put herself in this situation.
You can't.
And,
You can't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she should honestly, if she got brothers, right? I tell ladies this. I'll even tell my sister, like, hey, you need to start listening to me about men because I'm gonna give you the real what's real. So she could have just talked to her brothers because her brothers at the party. So her brothers should be old enough to understand how men operate, and he can be like, hey, don't mess with this guy. This guy ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? Because he want what's best for his sister. You know what I mean? So start listening to the men in your life more. If you have those, you have brothers, right? Especially if they're close to your age. You know what I mean? Listen to them, and they can kind of put you on game because she could have been a lot better situation than what she is in now. But the crazy thing about it, I think she wanted to be in this situation because she would have been left if she didn't.
I think it's because she got the, great. Some people feel worthless after that, and they're like, well, I already got this bad. Nothing else is gonna make it worse. Some people are like that. But we got to remember that we're going to go through trauma, but we don't need to keep it. It needs to be removed. Don't think that you need it. Don't think you deserve something. Don't think that you're less than because something bad happened to you. This is your time to make a difference. There's time to change.
Yeah. It said lust is what I believe attracted her. Exactly. Facts. Since Trap One said every woman handles trauma differently. It can take a lifetime and she still isn't over it. Yeah, I believe that. Facts. I don't think she over it either. Ted Bundy was charming too. So was a serpent in the garden of Eden. Exactly. Upon Eve trying, tired of hearing women say that. Charming. Exactly. And this is what I actually added this part to the video because you always see the different signs, right, of what's going on. Of the charming guy kind of getting with the woman that's not as beautiful type of deal. He's the athlete and she's just a nerdy person. And then now I used to see this in high school. I used to see this corny nerdy girl, smart, right? Wasn't wearing no flashy clothes, none of that, right? She'll get with a guy that played football or something like that. He'll take her virginity, or he'll be like, she ain't had that really many sex partners because she was kind of, more reserved, and get with her and he'll turn her out type of deal. And now she's dressing differently, she's looking differently, she's walking differently, and she's acting like, like she's like a good person because she's able to deal with him. You know what I mean? And then now that guy just screwing, I'm dealing with her, dealing with this girl, and it doesn't matter. So it's crazy.
Christopher said he believed the incident is false. Well, hey, we wouldn't know. People on here trying to make money.
Yeah.
Beautifully Animated says that victims should not be judged on when they tell their story. Ain't no I would. You are not them. They are not you. Victims speak when they are tired of holding this toxic, poisonous energy and safe. Well, we can't say. So a lot of us been through a lot of things. So we can't say who hasn't been through anything, right? When you are the person who wants to speak out about something, you learn and you're like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to teach people. I know people who have been in situations like that, and I hear their story on the back end. And they are, sometimes their testimony is to tell people to say something. So it really just depends, because if you don't say something, it's going to hurt you. If you do say something, it ain't going to hurt you. It's going to help you. So we have to me, in my opinion, I believe that I would say people should start saying something. You keep it in too long, it's going to mess you up. You're already messed up from the situation at hand. I'm not saying you got to tell everybody and go online. Like, I ain't saying all that. But I think that, you find a safe person, or even on, they have the 800 numbers. You got to be able to tell somebody so you can move on. You don't want to keep that. Now, I hear what you're saying, Animated, but I think differently on that.
She said, I second that. Yep. He said, because in the interview, she also used another guy to get back at him. Hey, oh yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later. He said, women always see themselves at the same level as the man they date, but women always date up. So
let's get back into it.
He has the looks to go with it. So there's that.
So it's a perfect little balance of everything.
Yeah, it's a perfect balance of it all.
And so when you first saw him, did you just see him as somebody that, I'm interested in him? Where is he pursuing you, or y'all start off as friends and it evolved to something greater?
No, so I actually was very quiet. Again, I'm pretty quiet overall and to myself, but he see me in class. I was the quiet girl in class, and he was like, "Hey, are you a model?" I was like, I used to do some modeling, right? Because I had all these pictures of me doing some modeling stuff from high school and all that on my little binder.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still having this high school mentality with all the pictures on the binder. So I'm like, this is cool. I'm going to put all these picture collage on here, right? And so I had all that on there. And he was like, did you model? And I was like, I used to do some modeling. And he's like, can you tutor me? And I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna wait, hold on.
So you wasn't just a quiet girl, you was a smart girl too?
Yes, quiet and smart, right? And I had these crazy braids in my hair that were not upkept. I had pimples all over my face. So it's like one of those classic movies where it's like that, the ugly duckling, smart girl in the corner, and then all of a sudden, look at this face.
Hello. I'm gonna just tell you from my, if you're not upkept, one, you have pimples all over your face too, which you go through what you go through. But no, there's not a man that's just gonna come and be like, "Hey, let me compliment her," because he can't compliment how she looked at that moment. She already said that she was not well put together. Cool. He knows that, she know that, so he went straight to, "Oh, I see some photos that look pretty good. Did you model?" She answered. He didn't continue the conversation. If he really wanted to know more about her modeling, since he was so interested, he would have had more of the conversation with her. He said after that, this is what she's saying: "Can you be my tutor?" So now she had no choice but to say yeah, because he's like, "Well, he's so nice. He said I should model or whatever."
Yep.
You already being fooled, but guess what? We don't all know everything. But this is a life lesson for young ones that are watching, or people who haven't been in a serious relationship. Young or old, doesn't matter. There are men that is going to manipulate you.
Yep, exactly. And that's the first thing he was going for. So come on now.
You're right. And so it was like one of those classic fairy tale kind of stories in that regard. But he asked me to tutor him. We met up in the library, and I'm so awkward. He's like, I'm sitting on the opposite end of the table, and I'm just like this.
You're talking about way across.
Yeah, way across, and I'm just like, "Okay, are you ready?" And he's like, "Why are you so stiff? Like, why are you sitting that far? Like, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Oh, it is okay to be a little bit closer.
How did it transition from you being his tutor to him tutoring you in some things?
That is good. That's good. I got schooled, okay, for years. No, after the tutoring, we were having conversations nearly daily. Like the first 3 days, it felt like I know him for my whole life.
Yeah.
And literally, we were on the phone, sleeping on the phone, like those first 3 days, having all kinds of conversations. And it was like, "Oh my gosh, I've known you all my life. This is a fairy tale. I love you." When do we get?
But my thing with this is that he knew she was a little broken, right? And he decided to lean in on that. We wouldn't know that she had the situation that happened to her years ago, but he knew something was off. So let me get the weak one. See, men like that is bad, and women, y'all gotta really pay attention to that. Yep. A man is not, especially if he don't know you, he shouldn't be coming to you like that. Not that way. That's not the genuine way. If you really want to help her, you will help her, and you will ask appropriate questions.
Yeah. And I was gonna say honestly, like with this situation of what her being like the tutor, so he already just wanted to use her from the jump. So knowing you being used, and know when they just putting you in a situation to trap you, right? So he's trying to those days of talking, he's trying to make her fall in love. As soon as he fall in love, he's gonna be able to do whatever she wants, and she's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So understand what's going on, right? When somebody's trying to trap you into a situation where your feelings get involved and it's over.
Right. So let me ask a question. How can a lady know if a man has great intentions? Because I'm not saying a man can't come to you when you're at your lowest, but how do we know what is the right thing that a man could say that seems like he is being genuine? Because we already knew he wasn't being genuine, how the conversation led. But what can a man say, you think?
Ask the question.
To know that a man is being genuine when he's coming up to you.
Man, honestly, it's you can't just watch how he first come up, right? You got to watch him for like weeks, days, a week, because some people can come up with a genuine way, right, in the beginning, and then after that, now they just see you as recreational use. So they can think that you're a wife of this type of a woman, and then like, no, she's not a wife woman. I'm just use her for this, right? So you kind of gotta put yourself in a situation where you can watch people and watch out for the signs and understand what's going on. So that's why I say I wouldn't say it's like one direct way of knowing. Yeah. So I want to highlight somebody.
Oh, because me too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone said something about you got a question. I'm speaking on the why did she wait this long? It's no one's place but the victims.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, what's up going on, Copeland? What's up here? He said, Jane, very proud of you, my guy. I haven't seen you since Afghanistan. Yeah, man, it's been a long time, bro, man. Appreciate it. For being here, man. Respect.
Yeah, thanks so much for that.
Yeah. I said, knowing him his whole life, right? He love bombed her exactly, and move true narcissists make to secure the next victim. And this is, I'm glad you said that. That's why I was kind of touching on, right? So he's trying to trap her into the situation, right? And then he understand, like, once I get her trapped, this probably was a test run for him, because they met each other when they was 19. So he understood women from a young age. He probably was raised by women. So now he understands what women like to hear, what women like to say, and women like how they like to be talked to. So now he in a situation where, boom, I got you. You know, now he got her. Now he got multiple other women, and she helped him build his business up. So it's crazy.
Yep.
They married, they having kids. Like, it was all
Were you
of that.
thinking this, or were you saying this?
All of the
y'all were talking about marriage and stuff.
Not necessarily marriage, but it was definitely
having
like
kids.
I like you. Like I've known you my whole life. Like, this is so easy.
Yeah.
Like, where have you been?
Yeah.
You know, this is right here in this
19
moment.
years old.
Yes.
Where have you been all my life?
Exactly.
All the 19 years of my existence.
Exactly. All 19 years of my life. I miss you. I love you. This is what, you know. And so it was great. It's pure ecstasy. And so from there we spent. You were a nerd, but here you go.
That's what I'm about to say. What were people thinking? Here you were, this quiet little nerdy girl that you said that had pimples all over your face, but then you get
Doesn't match.
you get the sexy. What did he play football?
He
or
did
anything?
play football.
So you got the sexy jock. What was that about?
Fire. Like, for me, that's what I was thinking. Like, listen, Danae, you have upgraded. You are coming into it, right?
But see, my thing, like, I'm sorry, if I was in high school and I seen him dating someone like that, not that he can't, but it would seem a little off, because there are women who are put together that are good people, but you chose the one that's not put together that I guess is good. We don't know, because you didn't dive deep into why isn't she having herself up. You know, you're in high school. Sometimes the best women, they make sure they're kept up. They have to, right? They go to school. I got to wear the best this. I got to have the best that. But this one in particular isn't. And nothing that you could see might be wrong, but you still have to like kind of dig into that. But they were young, so it's not that he would even think about that. He was probably just trying to use her. So
yeah, Dr. Kume said nothing makes her nothing. Many have great game. How do you know yourself? What do you observe? Are his words matching his behaviors? Yeah, man, facts. So he said, according to her, she knew that he had multiple women, and she knew about that. Yeah, man, and that's what we kind of gonna get into that as well in the video as well, man. It's wild. Okay,
the comment here. Hey, what's up? Women like that participate in the very thing they go against. It's happened all the time.
Facts. Yeah, man. Facts.
And so I think there's a lot of hatred overall.
Yeah.
You know, most people didn't say a whole lot, but I think there's a lot of hatred about it. And then it's like, it doesn't match because he is more outgoing and personable. And I'm just like, you know, the awkward black girl that went to an all white high school. So there's a balance there.
What did he see in you? Because he had to have said that to you before. What did he see in you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Not that she can't be seen, but what did he see in you?
Almond eyes, how you doing? She said,
hey, how are you?
Nice to new face. He said, she waited this long to speak because she wasn't getting her boot camp together. Hey, that's a good point. She's trying to get that money in order. She's seeing all that money he was making. So
okay. So he said that he liked that I was like smart, and of course he loved my eyes. And I feel like now, like looking back on it, I feel like there was a lot of compliments on like the physical attributes as opposed to more of the mental and emotional attributes that I had. But then
and when did it change from dating to engagement? How long did that take?
9 years.
9 years.
Yes, we got.
It took them 9 years.
Wait a second.
It took them 9 years.
So from 19 to, I think you said 29, 30. Wait,
28.
I married 9 years later.
9 years later.
So it's a long time.
That's a long time. But it makes sense when you start off at 19.
Yes.
You know, it's about so you got married around 28.
Yes.
About 28.
I mean, look, some of us in here probably have been with someone for a long time. Some of us are guilty of that. But I mean, you were just with him. I don't think you had partners before. So that means that you're dedicating yourself to someone who doesn't want to get married right now. You went past the age of 21, 25. You know, that's my ideal, you know, in the 20s. The ages you waited, or y'all waited all the way to 28.
Yep.
That's a long time to end in divorce.
And it was just because of the baby. That's why I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's how old I was when I got married. So you're 28 years old, and y'all were in a committed relationship. Were there any infidelity or cheating during that 9 years?
I can't really say commitment is a big word, so let's tone that down a little bit. Commitment is a big word.
We got to tone the word commitment down.
We do.
Y'all's in a relationship.
We got to tone it all the way down.
Okay, we're gonna tone it down to Danae. What we're gonna call it?
So we're gonna call it a situationship.
Y'all was in a situation.
We was in a situationship for a long time.
So y'all never. So when after 3 days in love, y'all didn't say let's make it official.
We were technically official, but there was a lot of on and offs agains, right? In that, so that's why I say when we talk about commitment, we got to tone it all the way down. We got to go back to the elementary level of the word and start at the beginning.
Yeah, start at the beginning.
And yes, there was commitment at times.
At times,
but there was a lot of on and off again. Okay, and through college and even after college, lots of on and off again. And so, leading up to our marriage, we were actually off. Right, we were actually off. We were living in North Carolina at the time, 2015, going into 2016, late 2016. We went our separate ways because there was other people involved, and there had already been other people involved even in college, right? And so
be specific. Other people, what you mean?
Other women. There was.
Did you ever have other guys that you were dating?
In college there was a guy, Fabian, who I was talking.
Say the man's name. He said the man's name. Fabian, mind his own business.
Listen,
watching the Dear Future White podcast.
He's not. He is no longer with us, unfortunately.
Okay. God rest his soul.
Yes, and so in college there was that, but it wasn't necessarily a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I actually had used him to I used him to set Derrick up because I was tired of him being with all these girls and catching him and going through his phone and watching him do all of his stuff with these girls. And I was working with this guy, and I was like, listen, I need you to help me to get him back. And I want to set this up.
So the question on the post said, who is to blame for their failed marriage? Are we getting the answer coming up soon? Because we need to figure this out.
Gonna make it look like we're, this great couple. Like I'm cheating over here and all this. So he helped me. He was, he did. And we worked together. So clearly I was at work when I wasn't in class. So there's that. And then I would set up times where I would be like, let's meet up at this place. And I knew Derrick would find out about it, and I wanted him to because I wanted him to pay.
You wanted him to be jealous?
I wanted him to. I've sat there and watched, literally looked through his phone and watched him have sex with other girls.
On the phone?
On the phone. I literally watched it. And so that was soul crushing. At that time, this is well before we're married, but I've seen it multiple times, multiple girls, several. This is just in college. We're not talking even about marriage.
After that. Yeah, we're going to get there in a little bit. We're going to talk about straight college. How did we get there?
There was a lot of anger and bitterness, and I never once really confronted him about it. I always kind of sat on it and just buried it. Mostly, I feel like now I'm looking back on it, it was a fear of rejection, and abandonment.
Because you feel like if you spoke up, he gonna leave.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't want him to leave me.
And that's the issue right there. So she was more afraid of him leaving rather than him doing what's right by her, right? So a lot of times we get into these relationships and we'll stay with somebody that's doing us dirty, doing us wrong, right? And then after we get out of that relationship, after that person get done using us up, now men ain't this, men ain't that, or women ain't this, women ain't that. So you have to understand when you're in that situation where if you're not liking how the situation is going, you got to get out there and leave. You can't be trying to force somebody or trying to trick somebody into being jealous of what you got going on. So.
Almond Eyes says couldn't have been that soul crushing.
Yeah, that's what she stayed.
Why did she stay after seeing all of that? What
Yep.
is it in? What is what was it in it for her? My bad, I said it all wrong. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
What's up, brother?
Mayor says she ain't so innocent.
Yeah, with the sweat emoji. Yeah.
Corey says she's watching videos. She's in her. Yes. She's like, dang, how do I do that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say something else.
How do I get my legs in that position?
Right. Desiree says she ain't the only one out there. If I could write a book
of them, I would.
It's true. No, very true. I know. Yeah.
You know, so I have to just take this, but then at the same time, it was creating this deep-seated hatred and resentment and spitefulness. And so here I go, setting them up. And it worked.
Fabian. So how'd y'all set it up?
So we would be at work conspiring, and there's actually a group of us, all right? We would be at work conspiring, and I'm coming over, like, let me come over to your house, you know, after this, or I'm gonna come out late, or I'm gonna tell him that I'm with all the girls, but we're gonna like link up and do this, so he can. I want him to see it. I want him to catch it. I want him to feel everything that I have been feeling with all these women, all these girls that he's been with. I want him to feel all of it, and I'm here for it.
And then what happened?
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah. And this is what I wanted to. You already know I want to say something.
Yeah, because you said it before.
Yeah, this is why you can't try to go out the film of paying people back, because it never works. Because you're thinking you actually hurting that person, but you're really not. Because if somebody cares about you enough, they wouldn't do you dirty, right? So you thinking you getting them back, but you're really not. They just like, all right, well, okay, I'm just move on to the next. You know what I mean? So it's plenty of you out there in their eyes, right? So.
And then she said that she was trying to get him back. So.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's always, you're always going to lose in that situation, because if you go off revenge, you always going to, and that's what the scriptures talk about. Because a lot of times we like to get revenge on people, but when the Most High is supposed to do that for you, right? And now we trying to do it, and it's not going to turn out how it's going to do. You're just going to get judged more about the Most High.
And the thing is, too, you know, you're trying to get a man back. Obviously, he's not going to give a damn.
Yeah. Because he got plenty of women. He's just like, all right.
Also, what's up? Women on IG says women like that stay for the thrill.
Yeah. They like that. They like that. Try One said Derrick Jaxn knew exactly what he was doing. Men do what they want every minute of the day. Don't believe them when they say they don't. He wanted to break her so she wouldn't basically worship him, and it's twisted. Yeah, I think you got some truth to that, Travel One, because I think he did. That's that soul tie. I think what you mean to break with the soul tie, what she was talking about in this interview, right? So he did break her down to basically come, because he's seen a easy victim, right? So women, you stop making yourself an easy victim, and you'll be all right. You know what I mean? Listen to the men that's around you, right? I think later on in this interview, she said he had a bad relationship with her mom. You know what I mean? So if he has a bad relationship with the mother, you know, now it has some more deeper you got to look into. So
Years later, I was still dealing with the effects of it, because I never really like confessed to setting him up until like way later. Like,
so you and Fabian never did nothing?
No.
Y'all ain't kiss? Y'all didn't do nothing?
No.
And so you just kept that lingering for years as if y'all really did something?
Yes. I wanted Derrick to feel all of it.
And so what did he?
But I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it play a little longer. She said she kept it going for years. If the man ain't flinched, it don't take years to get somebody to see him and be like, oh my gosh, she's with somebody. Exactly. He don't care.
Exactly.
He doesn't care.
He was good. He was great. He's on. Hey, what's
Thanks
up, Coco?
For the super chat. Hey, Coco.
He said insecurity is how will she know how to deal with his BS? She is young and a college student. She didn't even know herself, her wealth. Exactly.
She didn't know.
Appreciate that, Coco. Okay, thank you.
She had a lot of trauma. So
yeah, yep. So he said, James, I believe that they target each other. Hey man, you might got some to that, bro. because I think like that's what the doc said. They was a match made in heaven, right? Both take advantage of each other, and I think they seen. So he seen that she was smart. So he like, all right, I can get out of school. I can have her doing my work.
Oh yeah, because she didn't say. I know she was doing some papers. Come on now.
And she seen him. He's the jock. He's the charming guy. He's the popular guy. So I can get into the situations, the places that I want to go to. You know what I mean? So Chris, I think you on to something. You know what I mean? So I think they seen each other. Oh, hey, appreciate that, Coco. She sent another 20.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Facts, man. I think you on to something right there.
Yep.
Catch you doing? Just walking out his apartment one day?
I honestly, I don't know what he really caught me doing. He never really told me what he caught me doing, but I know that he's at least seen us doing some racing. I know he's seen us maybe like going to like a meetup point and all of that. So
he never confronted you about that and was like, I know you cheating on me with
Not
Fabian.
in college. No, we're in marriage when we were dealing with unpacking that. And then he was like, you were cheating on your husband. I would go snooping around because I'm a snooper. And when you seek, you shall find. That is a true biblical verse. So if you don't believe in the word of God, listen, let me tell you, when you seek, you will find. And when you find, you have to know what to do.
And what's so bad about it? People will find something, but then they won't do nothing about it.
Exactly.
Because they weren't prepared to leave.
And that was me.
You was like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to bust them. And then like, what you going to do? Because you're not going to even tell them that you busted them.
I did absolutely nothing. Sit there, crying. Okay, this is how, I'm going to get a little bit serious, right? Okay. I would seek and I would sit in closets and cry, and I would be in there wanting him to find me in the closet crying. And when he would come and find me in the closet crying, then I would say,
what?
I'm just crying because I miss my dad. I would blame it on something else, and it would always mostly be about my dad. Like, oh, I'm crying, but it's really because I just sat here and watched you have sex with, At that time, I had asked him, I was like, do you believe the things that you're saying, right? Because this is at the beginning of his career, really like taking off. And I'm like, do you believe the things that you're saying? And it really caused a rift. And so
Why? I mean, I feel for her because she actually did, if this is true, she actually did have some real trauma. Her father passed away when she was young, and she was great. So I can understand that. It's just sad. It's very sad.
But she's putting herself in a situation because she's not telling him why she's feeling the way she's doing. So she's basically sneaking on his phone, seeing everything he's doing, but not having the courage to say anything.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're not going to be able to put yourself in a power position. Now you at a weak person position, right? Now you can't move how you want to move. So now he basically has control over you.
Yeah, and that was the point for him, was to do that. But yeah.
But I don't think he was throwing it in her face. I think she was seeking it and she found it, but she didn't. When she found the information she needed to leave, she didn't.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
On you now.
Like, why did you want to stay with that?
We were off, and so that time that we were off, we were still messing
because
around.
You questioned whether or not he believed that which he was sharing with the masses on avoiding F boys and that type of stuff. Y'all fell out because you asked him if he truly believed what he was saying.
I asked him that. Yes. It was a big thing, and we did fall out. Along with the fact that there was actually other girls at the time, and so it was just all too much. And so we end up ending that, and then we both end up moving to Atlanta. And I had my own.
So that's facts. Just rules, man. I had to stop the video because this he can put in the game. He said she better off leaving off the quote. The Holy Scripture said, "A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man." Ecclesiastes 26 and 23. Facts.
A little space. Anyway, we were still engaging sexually, even though we were off, right? And so it was in this time where there was a lineup of us. We was passing each other on the stairway in and out.
I mean, you should know right and wrong from now.
You heard that shit?
We passing each other. Yeah. You got to know. I mean, like I said, I'm big on, you get your traumas healed and everything. But then there comes a time where even if it's not healed, you do know right and wrong. You know that wasn't supposed to happen like that. You should even feel bad. Remember, you had something happen to you. So it's just the way that she's reacting to it is weird. But she's not the only one. There's many people who react this way.
No, y'all wasn't.
Listen,
no, y'all was not passing
you think this is a game.
You were not passing each other on the stairway. No, y'all was.
We were passing each other on the stairway. Like, this is my shift from this time to this time. So, I was a willing participant. in that, and it's like I can laugh about it now, but it's really sad,
No.
you know, to like what
Don't
space do you
laugh.
have to be in to accept that, and so
this goes to show you that he never respected her as the wife. He always looked at her as a side piece, right?
Like all the women he's with.
Yeah, like the other women. So he didn't look at her he just looked at her as an option, right? As a she doesn't really matter. And I think once the baby came involved, now he's like, all right, I got to do the right thing, and I have to wife her up because she already had what I think it said 3 abortions. That's what Chris said earlier. So crazy, man.
I dealt with it already, so I could laugh about it now. And it's
that's
funny,
what
but
Hillary was
it's
like.
like,
Hillary, you look back at your old self and
but
laugh.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, seriously. It was, you know, I'm coming over at this time. I know such and such is going to be rolling through about, you know, an hour and a half later.
Yeah.
And sometimes we went a little bit longer. So literally passing each other on the stairs, like out the door. All right, have fun, you know, your shift. You know? and literally. And so there was a lot of people.
This man must have had a lot of Gatorade.
Involved at that time. We weren't in a relationship, so all the people that like committed relationships, so I was just on the rotation at the time, and I ended up getting pregnant with our first child. And it was in that I was like, okay, Danae, you got to figure out what you're doing with your life. You are whole pregnant, and you can't get rid of this child because I had already had 3 abortions before, and the Lord had already dealt with me. And I was like, Lord, if you save me from this, I'm not going to ever do this again. Got pregnant. I was like, I can't go back on my word, Lord. I don't want you to kill me. Yeah. You know, but so
I think there's probably judgment too for her as well, since she had those 3. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we like to think that, oh, since the laws in this country makes it okay, then it's okay. No, you still gonna get judged for the things you do. So we have to do the right things so we can get the blessings from the Most High. It's gonna be hard to get a blessing from the Most High if you live in wickedly, guys. So just being honest with yourself. I ain't say you got to be perfect, but try to be. That's what was Matthew 3:31 says. So,
and then, you know, we bringing this up just so we can learn what not to do, because there's people out here that actually went through scenarios like this, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to go through it.
Yep. She said Jay's lady died. He was slowly breaking her down. She couldn't mentally or physically leave him. Easier said than done. Again, each woman is different with processing their traumas. She was not his priority. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Exactly.
But that's why we're talking about it, because there are people who go through things. But, you know, like I said, you have to seek help. And if you have been through it and you're watching it now, or you're watching this, you know, later time on the replay, you don't have to be like this woman at all. No, you don't have to be like that. You know, you got to just seek help.
Is that a new look now? I see Iron Sasha Fierce thing going on. Oh man, hopefully not. Oh my gosh. She trying to make that bread.
I started, okay, I got after that. I'm getting a call from my mom, and she's like, I just got a call from Derrick asking me for your hand in marriage. I thought you were not in a relationship. I was like, we're not. You know, we're doing this co-parenting thing, you know. And she's like, okay, so what are you gonna do? And so I actually knew about the engagement, which she didn't know about, but I actually knew about the engagement and all that because my mom told me about it. She was asking me these questions because she's like, I thought you weren't in a relationship. And I'm like, we're not, you know? And so I had to figure out, okay, he's being serious. He
Red flag.
mom.
Did that make you excited? How'd you
did.
feel?
I was so excited because I'm like, he called my mom. My mom and him, like, they don't
mess with each other.
No. And so he humbled himself. He called my mom and asked for my hand in marriage. She's serious about me. It's meant to be. Absolutely. So excited. And so, yes, I was so excited about it.
To be.
Yes. He called my mom. He don't even know what that means, right? He called my mom. They don't even get along, first off, like that. So that meant a lot.
Why didn't they get along?
I left my phone in his car when I first met him, and he called her, and that conversation didn't go well. So ever since then, it's just been like a battle between them, and I've kind of been in the middle of it. And it created a lot of anxiety in the relationship. So I actually isolated from my family a little bit and just kind of was doing my thing, being grown and being involved with his family mostly.
See, that's another problem. That's another issue, right? So what type of conversation is he having with the mom that is getting like that? The first conversation that is bad. Like I could tell if you like knew her for years and you know what I mean, y'all have that relationship, y'all built that trust and all that type of stuff. That's a different story. But for the first conversation
Maybe
that
she
y'all
was like,
had.
I don't want you to be with my daughter.
Yeah,
well,
but that's
sorry,
kinda,
ma'am.
yeah, that's kind of rough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the first conversation, should be always respectful.
Yeah.
Anyway, right? And most relationships should be respectful, but you know, over time, y'all can build that relationship that you can kind of, you know what I mean, talk and say what you want to say and stuff like that, right? But
both the mother and him are toxic, so that's why.
Yeah.
Because if it was respectful people, then the first conversation would have never been like that.
All the joy. Do you know the bragging that I did? Mrs.
My man.
Mrs. Jackson. Okay, Mrs. Jackson. Okay, if you're nasty. That was my thought. Listen, I got saved. You know.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
But yeah, the bragging that I did, right? And so it was great. Like it was like everything is coming. I'm having a family now. I'm gonna be married. I had our baby already. She was 2 months by the time that happened, and she had this little "Will you marry me?"
Are you talking about so when he
it was right at a year. So we got married January 13th, 2018, and that was a long year before marriage. There's a lot of stuff that went on in there. We tried some marital counseling. We did not finish that. There was,
You said premarital counseling?
Premarital counseling.
Y'all didn't finish our premarital counseling?
No.
Why not?
There was a lot of issues that arose. So as we were doing the counseling, I started to come out with a lot of the hurt that I was hiding from college days. I started to come out with that and how it made me feel. And it was a lot, I think, for him to handle all of that.
Oh my God, how you know all this stuff?
Right. How do you know? Right. How did you know? But then also like, why are you just now telling me about
and you still
this?
here?
Right.
Like, you know all that, you still
Right. And so it was a lot for me to just like be like, and you did this and you did that. And I feel like I did do a lot of shame and blaming in communicating all the things I had been holding on to. So it was a lot for him to handle in that time. But anyway, it was all of that. He was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
So out of all the red flags that we've seen, this is another big one, right? They couldn't even get out of premarital counseling, right? But and then she ended up still marrying and happy that, you know what I mean, that they got married, right? Like, oh, I got some on Miss Jackson. I won. I beat out all the other women. I was the first one to get pregnant. That's basically what happened.
She was in competition because she was like, yeah. He chose me. Okay, I gotta keep him so the other women won't get involved. She's like, well, I got the ring, you know how it goes.
Yeah, stupid.
So we never finished, and then there was no dialogue about that. I didn't have any boundaries,
right?
Or barriers.
I didn't even know what that was.
I didn't even know what a boundary was.
Exactly.
Like, what is that? I didn't have any standard, or like I didn't even know that was a thing that you can actually request, or not even request, that you implement. You know, so yeah, I had there was none of that. So was there people that he had at least at minimums a conversation with that he has had sex with or has some type of dealings with? Those people had always been there at minimum in conversation form. As far as having a sexual encounter, to my knowledge, there wasn't a whole lot going on. But then again, not too long after our premarital counseling failed, he met up with
Don't be saying no names,
a relative.
Janae.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I was
So right before they got married, he's still doing the same exact thing.
And she's still like, yeah, I'm gonna stay. Trauma bonding, y'all.
I was thinking.
Met up with Shaniqua Thomas.
Right,
And,
a relative, and supposed to, like a distant relative. It's like one, like, you know, their cousin married my dad, so that's my cousin type of thing situation. But like a relative, essentially claiming as a relative, they met up, this is somebody that he had a conversation, or like sexual conversations with and things like that in the past.
Sexual conversations. They didn't have sex.
He says that they had never had sex. It didn't go past their sexual conversations and things like that. But they did meet up not too long after the marital counseling.
The premarital
counseling that we had. So
you don't know what happened. If anything happened, they just met up to
right. So outside of that, I don't know. When something did happen, let's see, that was like a couple weeks before we got married. And I didn't even think we were gonna get married because it was such a big blow up. And so he got his hair cut by a girl that he used to have sex with, and she posted a picture on Instagram with hearts. He was standing behind her, and there's hearts surrounding them, and I lost it on him. I lost it.
Was it happy? Was it like, oh, he stopped? I'm not threatened by other women that he's bringing into the relationship.
No.
We're good. He's thriving. He's doing these car videos, and he's thriving, inspiring millions of women across the world. And he's treating me the same way as what he's telling other women to accept treatment as. He's honoring me as his queen. I'm his wife, and he's treating me accordingly.
Okay, so no,
I
no, it was not, and I wish.
Yeah, man.
I already knew that.
Oh man, and man, that's why it's important for women to. So when a guy is telling y'all that men are saying some BS, right? This is why it's important to listen to those guys, right? And even if they're wrong, right? You think that they're wrong, just listen out and hear them out, and they can kind of tell you what's real or what's run out. You can kind of see, okay, does he have a point or does he not, right? Because a lot of times I'm telling you, guys will play you. They understand that women are going to spend money, and women are going to they're going to look at Kevin Samuels, right? When he was just talking to men, nobody know about him, right? For 3 years he talked to men. Soon as he started talking to women and women started getting invested in what he was saying, this man became a millionaire like that. So men understand that if I want to make some money, if I want to get money from women, only thing I do is just tell them exactly what I want them to hear. I can even do it, right? And then if I say that, I wouldn't feel good doing it every day, but honestly, but I could do it. And then now this page will blow up crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually saying some BS that women want to hear. No,
if we wanted to make money, then
yeah,
it's a fruit. Now playing.
but
who knows how people plan things these days?
Yeah, man. So it's and guys understand this, right? Because women are going to put their mouth. Guys don't really spend that much money like that because we understand we have to provide for a family and we got to have something. Women don't have that same responsibility per se, right? So now as men, we understand we got to make sure we save as much money, not spend as much money. We're going to hold our money differently than you guys will. It's not no knock against y'all. It's just how we are. You know what I mean? So it's just real.
The logical man, you mean?
Yeah. Because most guys don't do that. It said Derrick is a real creep. Yeah, he ought to get his tail whipped. Hey, yeah, man, he been putting them steroids on him, so it's gonna be hard to whip his. No. He said, "Deuces, I'm not marrying anyone who ain't right. Thirsty for a ring? Buy yourself a ring on eBay or Amazon. Don't marry yourself, but you can't buy jewelry."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, Dr. He said, James, are you open up the phone lines about this video? Yeah, you want to? Let's go. Let's just do it. Yeah, man.
Listen, I got hungry again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't open the line.
Talk.
Yeah, we open the lines.
Yeah, we dropped the link.
Yeah.
I might not be here though.
This video almost over.
It had been, but so after that, we went on our honeymoon. That was great. Even at the honeymoon, it was like he was on his phone a lot. And so, I felt some type of way about that, but I whatever, he has to work because, look at the life I'm living, I got caught up in oh, I never experienced anything like this before.
Explain what that, because people don't understand what you mean by that life. What life are you living?
Okay, so there is a life of glam and riches and fame. Like when you have some status, it comes with stuff. Mm-hmm. It comes with access to stuff. It comes with this extra treatment. It comes with money. I had not experienced any type of level of that. And I'm like, I've been all them Disney movies paying off. I'm living the life of the rich and famous. Look at him. He's fine. And he's doing this. And I get to stay at home. And I was a whole Atlanta housewife without being on the show. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. So that's some of the excerpts that I took out of the first part of the interview. I didn't look at the second part yet because that was a lot to go through, whatever. But I mean, it's kind of crazy. Where Doctor, you can come up now. We'll definitely want to hear that part about what you got to say. We got the let me see if I can. Let's see.
You trying to play a video?
No, I gotta remove some stuff so I can bring them up. I'm gonna remove this. Hold on.
Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. But yeah, we want to know what y'all think about it because this is just what it is, y'all.
Yeah, and she seemed proud. Exactly, man. It seemed like she liked the attention of what she was getting from that situation. Like she got the glitz and the glam. She seen behind the scenes how much money he was making, and that's why she's trying to do that now. I'm at the doctor now. Hold on, let me make you bigger. Hey, Doc.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're
Good
doing
evening.
good.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Sorry, I don't have my camera. I just wanted to jump in really quick to respond about the trauma bonding. Hello to everyone in the chat. This is just one perspective, so it's not the one and all answer. And if people don't believe in psychology, no worries. Again, this is just one perspective. Trauma bonding is when you are used to some type of negative behavior, and the brain is actually then looking for the positive. So the positive, negative. And if it comes from that abuser, it's like welding two wires together. You get the negative and the positive behavior welded together, and that's trauma bonding. And then the abuser also has that same type of behavior. So then you're trauma bonding in the relationship. Based on what I've heard, so it's not my reports, but based on a little bit of research and a couple of shows that I've been on, she's actually been abused a couple of times, and she grew up right in that time. This is Adlerian teaching, so right after Freud, Dr. Freud, the ages between 4 and 8. You can probably go between 9 and 10. Whatever happens in that age frame is who you are for the rest of your life. As far as
What's
character.
the age again?
What you said?
Between
4 to 8.
4 years old and 8. So
I was telling you this.
James, how old are you?
33.
33. All right, let's do a positive one. In the last 6 months only, can you name one thing you felt super proud about? Super proud, one thing in any part of your life,
Let me see, last 6 months. Like the
super proud about.
Yeah, between January and now, one thing that you've been super proud about in any part of your life. Work, home, self, relationship, any part.
I would say us starting this channel.
Okay, so why did that make you?
Because we're able to help people, and to kind of show what we've been saying, like kind of give more back to the people.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we'll put that to the side, and then now, if you would take us back between the ages of 4 and 8, between 4 and 8, same question. Would you please tell us one thing you can remember feeling most proud about? Between 4 and 8. Well, as far back, as far back as you can remember, either someone feeling proud of you, you feeling proud about something, any part of your life.
Maybe like graduating like kindergarten and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Okay, and why did that make you feel proud?
Just to me moving up to the next level, going to school, just being around, you know what I mean, me like getting older. You know how like when you're younger you want to be grown and stuff. So it's kind of like that kind of feeling.
Okay. So for my example, your answers did not work. Womp, womp, womp. So anyway, what usually happens is they actually bridge together. Your answer at kindergarten would have answered also why you feel proud now. So let's say being proud that you actually did something, like you did it, like, man, my wife and I got the show together, da 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 da. It happens to be even 20 years ago you were proud about accomplishing things. Right. All right, so how that's related to these two, she had childhood trauma. On top of that, she was assaulted, and even at 19 years old, she was assaulted. Now, a lot of people would think, oh, that's not a good thing. Absolutely. But her self-esteem was so low, even though that was a bad behavior, it got her attention. Bad behavior, but it got her attention. Like, she knows using her body that, men have taken advantage of her. So, okay, if that's what it takes. This guy, if you read about him, from my understanding, he grew up in mom raised him. Dad wasn't around. And without a father, that impacts your identity. It impacts your narrative, your story about yourself. It impacts your behavior, your thoughts, and then hostility towards women. How come you couldn't keep dad, mom? What happened? Not blaming her, but hostility towards women. So now he's having this life where women actually want him. Hint, hint, someone wants him. Hint, hint, like his father didn't, someone wants him. He's not putting that together in his brain, but that's what's going on, where he's taking advantage of anyone who wants him. Now you have this young lady saying, ooh, you want me and I'll do whatever it takes to keep you. In fact, I'm better than them. I'll go the extra mile. I know what you're doing with the women. I'm not saying a word. I'll go the extra mile. So in a weird way, they are a match made in heaven, both attempting to manipulate each other. You'll stay around? Absolutely, absolutely. You go, daddy. And at the same time, she's thinking, the payday, the lifestyle. I get to be at home and live the lifestyle. So it's supposed to be a win-win. And it's so hard to break away from those because, again, the trauma behind it is subconscious. The actions we do are conscious, but the trauma behind it is subconscious. He'll continue to manipulate women until the pain of his consequences outweighs the joy of his behavior. He'll continue to do it. And the same thing for her. So I just wanted to put that out there. Again, it's not the one-all answer, but if you do the research on them, you'll see that they both had abandonment issues, neglect issues, and feeling like they're not good enough. And now he has clinically what's called inadequacy. It's never, ever, ever enough. And she has inadequacy, but also feeling like she's not enough. So thank you for letting me drop that. I much, much appreciate it. All right, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Anytime.
Yes, you're always welcome. Thank you for that. We'll always learn something with you. All right. Bye-bye. If you would like to come up, we know the doctor. So if you want to come up, you got to show your face in the camera in the back. If you don't show your face, you won't be able to come up this evening. We are sorry for that. But yeah. So let's get into one of the want to do this video?
Yeah, let's go.
Now this will be the last topic, and then we're gonna end it for the night.
And today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the
go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
For Shade Room, I think that was a great question. Let me see. So I don't know if that explained it. There's no justification when I say explain it, by the way.
Wow.
None.
You look uncomfortable. What is your current...
Why am I uncomfortable?
They stay trying to diagnose you as like my captive.
First of all, you
like
guys don't know me. I'm not uncomfortable. Like, this is how I am. You're going to like it or you're not. I'm not going to take investment in what they think about me.
Well, okay, we've done a lot of focusing on those who have something negative to say. But
they're always going to have something negative to say. Somebody is always going to have something negative to say. So I am not going to invest in that because I don't live by your expectations, by what you think and how you think I should react, where I should be right now, because I have the source of my strength and it's not you.
So y'all seen how from at the beginning, right? She was saying all this type of stuff, right? She was doing all this, saying like, hey, they doing all this crap, right? Or they working it out type of deal. And this is why we think it is more for the money, right? You know what I'm saying? It's more for the money. Because if not, this situation would have played itself out. Because now she's coming out and saying all this stuff, rather than saying like, hey, I'm not gonna put myself out there and make myself look stupid. You know what I mean? So now she made herself look stupid with these videos. Now she's coming out and telling the real truth. When she supposed to just came out and said that in the beginning.
Yep.
So now people are gonna look at her slick and sideways like, yo, why you do this? You know what I'm saying? Why you put yourself out like this in this situation rather than just coming out up front and saying, hey, this is what was going on. Because no, you wanted him to continue to make that money because you know you benefited from it.
Yeah.
So you know if he lost all his money, if you told the truth, he was gonna lose all his money. Now, since y'all is no way of y'all getting back together, now all of a sudden you wanna say your truth now. Say the truth.
Yeah, you have plenty of opportunity. I mean, come on. But you know, this is someone who is in a toxic environment. She's toxic herself. He's toxic. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it's what we learn not to do, y'all.
Yeah, exactly, man. He
That's
said this dude is in trouble for using the holy word for his reckless deeds. Yeah, we are examples to our younger ones. Exactly, man. So, and people seeing her in this situation, right? They see how uncomfortable she was there. But she was trying to see, look at how he looking at her, trying to make it seem like, hey, hold it together. So you know what I mean? So they don't see how jacked up we are, right? So it's crazy, man.
Okay. So I know, like, I'm just, and I know you, I feel you. I know I'm with you. But I just want to slow you down a little bit.
See, trying to slow her down a little bit, because yeah. Chris said, "Now you getting it, Jane. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm starting to see the light, bro."
Every person speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109. Go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth in the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
And you can tell she's been playing with the scriptures, right? Because she's not even much a prophet. They not even much prophets. You know what I mean? So he was talking about the prophets. They was talking about the people that was living righteous lives. You're not living righteous. You already told us all the stuff he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Now you doing all those videos before. Now you want to come out with the truth and say God's been dealing with me. And then I was going to say the part when she even come on this show. He was like, "Hey, everybody been trying to get you to come on these shows. Why you turned them down and why you came to this one?"
Oh yeah, because his show is hot and popping.
Exactly.
Dear future wifey.
Yeah. So now you turn everybody else down because that bag wasn't big. Now this bag is bigger. You're like, okay, let me show up to this one.
Her face in that interview is everywhere.
Yeah.
She already knew it was going to be, so she could make her money, make that 7,000.
Yeah, man. He said, "Well, damn." He's a cat woman. All right, just Ruth says it was
not travel one.
Oh, travel one. My bad. It says it's her talking. It's her pain talking. It's the capitalism society. People are starting a business. The question is it legal? If they divorce, they split money according to the law. Either way, it's tragic for the children. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She's trying to get her money. She's trying to keep her money. She's trying to keep the business going. He wants him to continue to lie because honestly, yeah, it's your business, right? It's legal, yeah, correct. But if it's destroying families, destroying people, right? So say if they made crack legal, right, in this country. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sell it because I understand what it does to families. I understand what it does to people. I understand how it can have a lasting effect on the community, right? You see how our communities are today. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard with that legal word because they making everything legal in today's time, right? So we just gotta do what's right. We got to understand, like, hey, is this telling women the truth? Is this putting women in the best position to be successful? Because I want ladies to be in the best position to be successful, to get a husband. I don't want them in a situation where they can't find no husband or men can't find no wife because they thinking this BS that he's saying is the truth.
Yeah, you just have to know who's right for you. Just like when you pick a friend, you know, you get a friend. I'm not feeling her vibe, or however it is that you find friends. You know, use similar tools to get the man, get the lady, because we know what a good and bad person feels and seems like. So you could kind of go off of that. Have your questions ready. Don't be a fool. Don't be naive. If you have been through a lot of trauma, don't date. Don't do it yet. You can go work on yourself, make yourself better, and then when you are ready, you know, to be real with yourself first. Then you could proceed to, give someone the best of you. Because if not, it's going to kind of end up like this situation. You don't want to do that. That's not how you have a relationship. It's toxic. It's going to always be toxic. It's not going to change. And she don't seem that she wants to change. So she's just trying to make money right now.
Yeah. He said, Fridge said, yeah, y'all want to take advice from her when she's doing a full 180 now. Up out of here. Exactly. She said she came into the show because she was getting that boot camp together. Yeah. That's what Allman said earlier. Yep. It said, allow the little children to learn the ways of the Most High. Facts. Deuteronomy 4:6. It says, it's hard to judge someone who's under the umbrella of God. And that's why many refuse to criticize her for actions. Okay. So
you know how it goes.
Yeah, you know how like people like the oh yeah, I got God on my side now. You know, no, you don't, honey. Sorry, like you know what I'm saying, because you already know what's going on, and you're a willing participant. So
for those of you who had voted on my poll, what was it? Who is to blame for their failed marriage? After the ones who haven't heard the video, if you heard the video. Who do y'all think? Is it Derrick Jaxn to blame for the failed marriage? Derrick Jaxn, neither or both?
Yeah, I wish you would put both.
I didn't put both. But in the comments they put both. So, but yeah, what do you think? What do you think is the answer?
I'm gonna let them answer first. I'm gonna see what they say.
Okay, y'all put that in the chat because we really want to know. What do y'all think? I got my answer already. You got your answer?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, because it's just hard out here in general. Like when me and James got together, I was like, whoo. And looking back at it, it was like I'm so glad, because if not, then it would have been kind of crazy. Like trying to figure out who is who, what's what out here, because it is insane.
Yeah.
It is insane, y'all.
Yeah, man. But he said, Frenchie said, I think it was her. Okay. Chris said both. Corey said both. Let me see who else. Beautiful Animated both. Tribal One said, I think it's so-called leader is to blame. Both need therapy. Derrick is to blame for opening up the door for more sores. But I guess, Let me see.
What else?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so what is your answer?
I would say, honestly, I think it's both, right? Because I think they both used each other. And I think they both used each other to con the people. And like she knew what he was saying was wrong. What he wasn't doing doing what he practiced, what he preached. And and for a person to do that, right? That's an issue. You know what I mean? So that's dirty. So if you're gonna sit there and allow somebody to screw somebody over, that's just like me. It's like you sitting around and watching me abuse older elderly people, and you not saying anything about it.
Yeah.
And then once the truth come out, then I'm doing it. You was like, hey, I was a willing participant and all this blah blah blah. No, you wrong too, because you sat down there and let it happen. And how many families been broken up because of all the words he said? How many marriages been broken up? How many times where a woman maybe said, hey, well, you need to be more like Derrick. And the man like, hey, he's telling you a lie. Like, you should be listening to me. And you're like, no, Derrick said it, so I believe it. He's a man. He's famous. He has all his money. Well, he has more money than you, so I believe him. Right? How many times that conversation probably had the people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's crazy. Bro. Yeah, we gotta definitely do better. Let me think. What I think.
You want to show the comments or you
show the yeah, we can do that.
Screen share.
Let me see. I want to say.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I didn't answer the comment. I'm trying to think, because at first I had an answer, but then I'm like, I might change the answer. Because she for sure been through trauma, so it's kind of hard to like pick on that. We don't really know much of his life, so let's read the comments. Let me see.
You still trying to think?
I'm just thinking. All right, go ahead. Let's see. All right, so more of you have voted. The percentage is still the same. All right, so let's go to newest first. Right.
Okay, so organic chemistry too. Okay, nice. It says anyone who takes any advice from Derrick Jaxn is already doomed to be a single forever. Buy yourself a box of wine and cats because that is your future. Almond Eyes, hey Almond Eyes again. He said he was doing the same thing he was doing now 10 years before they got married. She still wanted him, so it's her fault. Wow. Okay, he said I say neither, but both are making money off pain.
Wow.
She knew who he was from the very beginning. She just the one that got pregnant. Dang. Okay, Sheila. It's an open mind skeptic. I said her name wrong. Was it Sheila? I said what I said.
Sheila.
My bad. Both he was cheating and she knew, and she stayed anyway. She was in a rotation. She just hit pregnancy lottery. It's like that's why I said, man. What he said, why not both? Yeah, man. So a lot of people thinking both. They aren't divorced yet. My answer is both. Red lipstick. Hey, red lipstick.
Hey.
She said he was cheating long before the marriage. So in my opinion, both are at fault. You can't marry someone and know how they are and yell victim where he continues to cheat. Yeah, that's kind of like marrying somebody that offs people, you know what I'm saying? And then you confused if they try to off somebody in your family or something like that, or try to do it to you. Yeah, the conversation should be about how all of these false prophets, although he's not in the ministry, he still had a loyal following that hinged on his every word and took all his advice he dished out. People are blindly following him who without getting him out. Yeah, man. Facts. Both. Yeah, man. So it was. I think most of people said both.
Yeah, because I was like, dang, I didn't put both. I'll be trying to do good on the poll, but I messed up on this one. But so what do I think? It's just the trauma is messing it up because she's been through a lot and he been through.
But your job is not to go out there more.
Go out there what?
No, so when you go through trauma,
I'm gonna say no. My answer, honestly, I'm gonna keep it how it was. It's gonna be her right now because he already was a player already.
So you think it's just her?
Because the reason why, I understand what Doctor was saying. I think someone else on here, Travel One, I know what y'all was saying, but that that it's bad, but you stayed. You knew that he was cheating before you got married, but you married him. Like, these are the things that you run away from. You don't have to be with him at all. You chose to stay with him. You was watching the sex videos. Like, that is toxic to do that and then want it. So that's why I'm like, that's weird to me. But I understand that you guys are saying, they had abandonment issues. This is how she deals with her trauma. But the question still is who you think. This is what I think right now. Now, he has a lot of fault too. I'm not just saying that he is the only one that is not in it. I'm just saying for me, that's who I blame more of. Both of them are to blame for sure. If he didn't go up to her that day to manipulate her, for her to even make the decision to be with him, then it probably would have never happened. But that doesn't mean that there's people that come in our life all the time that be trying to mess stuff up. But, you allow what you allow. So.
It said, men of power as Derrick had the upper hand in the marriage. It said head of a woman is the man. Derrick gets the first blame. He said marriage can still be a beautiful thing, Chris. Just be sure to start out with a good foundation. Exactly. And that's what we probably need to do a video on that too as well. They said that both had trauma. Yeah, man. Yeah, understood. Yeah, man. And I think because honestly, most people go through trauma and most people go through stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all go. I can't say who's worse than everybody go through stuff. We're not here to, say, oh, well, I've been this too. Yeah. That's not the conversation today. We all been through something. But like I said, it's all based on decision making.
Yeah, and that's why I want to kind of come to it because like I can't blame my wife from the traumas I went through right in my first marriage and stuff. You know what I mean? I just had to say, hey, let me work on myself. Let me fix my things so I can get better. And that's my advice to all the people out there. Because, man, honestly, I think most people are good people per se. like, because they're not trying to harm people. They not in that regard, right? I'm not talking about in the Most High's eyes, but I'm talking about in the for most people in general, right? They are good people. So yeah, I think it'd be easier for us to fix our issues first before we get into these different relationships, man. Because it's what's going on right now is we just hurt each other and we not even much caring about what's going on with one another. So we have to respect one another and just put ourselves in better positions, man, and we'll get there, right? It might take a little minute for you to find somebody because you got to fix some issues before you get out there, but put your neck out there. Don't be afraid to get out there in them streets and find you a wife, man, or a man, find you a woman, find you a man. So, you know what I mean? So you want to tell how the story how we got together?
No, not today.
Okay, all right, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard though. It's hard though. We just because you went through trauma don't mean you can't find love. You can.
Yeah,
you can.
See that facts lady died. It's the wife's fault because she should have never married him.
That's what I'm saying.
And you got a point.
You didn't have to. I mean, it's bad enough you was with him for 8 damn years before the marriage. Well, she had the baby too.
Yeah, I listen. My reason why I chose her to get bulk of the blame. Yeah.
The bulk, right? The bulk of the blame, not all of the blame.
Yeah, man. It's that magnificent conversation tonight, James. Like, hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. Like, y'all don't see a lot of the Just Rules scene, like our some of our setup and stuff like that in the back, because he's a member. We had made a members only video. So a lot of he was able to see Fat Boy for Life and a couple other people. Man, we appreciate y'all for being members and shouting out and giving us love and support. Everybody that came on the stream, man, today. Thank you guys. Even the trolls that came, appreciate that because we had watch time hours.
We see you. Even we don't really care about trolls at all.
Yeah,
y'all do what y'all do.
We get watch time hours for you guys, and we get paid for you guys. So thank you so much for doing all that type of stuff, man. But honestly, like these type of conversations are very important. So you got friends or they want to be a part of the conversation, bring them over this way. We'll talk to them, we'll respect them, and we'll have a genuine conversation. And we'll try to put out as much real information as possible, man, because we want people to be married. We want to see people happy. We want to see families. We want to see strong brother and sisterhood, right? And that's the only way to change the dynamics of how this country is going and how this world is going. So
also, me and James were never in this situation before. We're coming from a space where we had to grow, learn, get through traumas. Thank you. Get through traumas. You understand? I'm not just speaking to say what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I have an experience, a background. James has experience, has a background. We not just talking. We was never like this before. Okay. I'm saying this to say that we have a lot of things that we can help and teach you guys on that we overcame. This channel was built off of what we overcame. And we're like, hey, we know this works for us and we've helped other people. It works for them. If it doesn't work for you, we got people in the back that can give you more sound advice. It's a team. It's a family here. Yeah. So that's what we do.
Exactly, man. So appreciate everybody coming back, man. Stay tuned, man. If y'all want us to Just Rules or any of the members want us to talk about different topics and stuff, let us know in the group chat, the members only video, and we can kind of that can be an easy way that I can see the comments because it's just you guys, so I can easily see the comments.
Right, we only can see that. It's not to the public. So make sure if you want to be a member, join. The cheapest, obviously, there is $3.99 a month. Let's see what BDP says. Beautiful Anime says, "Oh, Lady, I know last week y'all were talking about what age should people marry. Today, my nephew graduated, and one of the student speakers of his class is married. Married high school student.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, so I don't think that getting married young is bad. It's only bad if there's no one, no elders, no guide. Because remember, all of us were 16, 17, 18, all of us. And all of us did not listen. Like, we didn't listen to everything. So I think that they need to have some type of guide, some type of what is it, mentor.
Yes, send them this way, man. Send them this way.
They need mentors. It can work, or it could end real easily.
Yeah.
So as long as to me, at a young age, you have a mentor, I think it's a great thing. I wish I got married at 19. You understand what I'm saying? I wish I did, but it didn't happen in my favor. But I'm married now, so.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man, for all your support. Chris, appreciate it, Chris, man. You always be a great supporter.
Yeah, thanks for commenting on the videos too, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Everyone that has
been seeing y'all, man. It's hard on the shorts because there be so many comments.
Yeah,
But on the videos, we see y'all.
If we didn't, it's a lot of comments on there, but we try to see what we can see. But